show you could have on between 6 and 9.
Occasionally, if he calls in, he'll be one of the people who call in. And the show, what do you want from me? What can I tell you?
I mean, he's gay Ralph. All
right, he's gay Ralph.
He's a sleaze loser. What are you doing hanging around such a dirtball like that?
What do you care who I hang around with? Why is everyone
Because I listen to you, and I like listening to that stag.
Well, then you got to stop listening to me. What can I tell you?
Howard,
you got to stop listening.
Get the stag off the air. Everybody will be a lot more happier.
A lot more happier.
A lot more.
All right, thank you. Who is it I should be hanging out with anyway?
Everybody evaluates your friends as well. They come up to, or actually, usually they fall below people's expectations.
Right.
You shouldn't be hanging around with Ralph. You shouldn't be hanging around with Ross.
I know. There's no one good enough to hang around with me.
I guess you should be alone.
I guess so. Let me see if there's any other tapes I had to play you real quick. Okay. This is me on Bill O'Reilly last night. Did you want to hear some of that?
Yeah, let me hear some of that.
Here was a good idea, too. Maybe Friday for the last show, we should either have... This is good. My high school band, the Roosevelt High School Marching Band, we come up and do a song. I don't know.
Do they have a band?
I doubt it.
It'd be good if you could get all the guys who were in the band when you were there.
Oh, that'd be funny.
They're around.
I don't think many of them are around. Eminem is going to remarry that wife who he keeps saying he wants to kill in all his songs. And he is completely furious with her.
Will you?
He got custody of the children, or the child, from her. And now he says he wants to remarry her. That guy's wild.
He reminds me of Bob Schimmel.
Yeah, he just keeps remarrying the same person, even though they can't get along.
From this woman.
That's right. Okay. I'm going to introduce you to, before I play that tape, I'm going to introduce Steve Grillo from our past. Steve Grillo was my intern.
Just saw Steve outside.
He was a huge part of the show for a couple of years. There he is. There's Steve Grillo. A little bit older looking.
Younger Dean.
Younger Dean. That's right.
Bring water. Bring water.
Steve was my intern. How many years were you my intern, Steve, for those who don't remember you?
About 6.5, 7, somewhere around there.
6.5, 7 years. And the reason we love Steve so much is his voice was so easy for Fred to imitate. And when he gets really excited, he doesn't speak English so well.
I don't speak so good.
I don't speak so good.
I don't speak. Look at my glider.
He has a hard time with... That's right. And if you might remember, I'll play you a couple of clips of why Steve Grillo was so important to the show.
This is scary.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, I had heard you straighten out your life. For a while, Steve tried to be in show business. And he got a little role on The Sopranos for, 1 week for 2 seconds on camera.
Yeah, but he was a regular because he was the stand-in for the kid.
Yeah.
On the show.
For Robert Iger or whatever.
Eiler.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's a grown man. And he was the stand-in for the kid.
So he tried, and then he wised up. And he went and got a job as an assistant to an electrician.
Well, I was with the Local 3.
Local 3.
It was long apprenticeship that I couldn't handle.
So now I hear he dropped out of that after almost becoming an electrician.
I just found out he was 2 years shy after... How long did it take?
2 years. It's a 5.5-year program. And I was starting my 4th year. So the year and a half that I had seemed like 10 years to me. I just couldn't get to the end of it, and I just didn't want to do it. So
what are you doing now?
It was killing me.
I'm back working at Brunelli's. I'm working at this place, Porky's.
Doing what?
PA work. I'm bartending, doing PA work. I'm going to start doing extra work again. Just I wanted to get back into show business. I couldn't. The regular life.
You were never in show business.
You're absolutely right. I wanted to get back into doing something other than an electrician.
You want to get back into trying to get into show business.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
I stand corrected. You are correct.
I was really surprised because I talked to Steve a lot, once in a while over the years, and the program was getting farther and farther along. And, once you pass a certain test, you make like $40 an hour, and then you pass another test. It was going to be really good money. But last time I spoke to him, his exact words were, "This job is killing me. I feel like a square peg in a round hole."
I did. I just didn't fit in. It's the best. It's one of the best unions in the country, and I just.
Is it because you really couldn't figure out how to be an electrician?
No, I was doing fine. I don't think that was the case at all. I just didn't enjoy the work.
Right. You don't enjoy playing with electricity.
No. It's a shame. It's because there's a lot of good opportunities that the union allows you, and I didn't make a difference to me.
What was the money you'd be making if you after the 5-year program was up and you passed the 2 tests? What would you be looking at?
Yeah, right now it's like $43 an hour. By the time I made it, it would have been like $45, I think.
It's like a lot. It's good money.
Where are you going to get $45 an hour?
I'm not.
You're crazy.
It's like $1,800 a week.
But it's crazy. I would have been crazy if I stayed because I probably would have been in a mental institution.
He's giving all that up to make about $45 a day.
Right.
You wish he could make $45 a day.
At this point, yeah, I do.
Right. All right. So let's remember why this intern in particular was so terrific.
This seems to be a pattern because he never finished Hunter College either, right?
Honda. I don't finish anything I do.
I know.
I went to Honda.
It's that ADD kicks in. I don't care anymore.
Well, let's see. Here is where I had just written my book.
Uh-huh.
And I decided when I was writing the book that I was going to dedicate my book not only to my interns, but specifically to Steve Grillo.
Can I tell you a weird story about this? Right before the book came out, I had a weird dream that you were going to, like, trash me in the book. And I started getting really paranoid. And I went to tell you...
Well, it shows you how your intuition is so good. You really know how to read people.
Yeah, but I went to tell you, and I said, I had a dream, your book's going to be great. And you got a little weird because you thought I was going to say, like, you thought I found out that you dedicated the book to me. And you got, like, weird, and then
Listen,
that's why I was like...
You should stop dreaming. If there's a drug to take, they just stop you from dreaming. You should.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had dedicated my book to Steve Grillo, which I knew would be very, very emotional for him.
Of course.
And I really did it because Steve was the guy every day who had to bake my stupid potato. I thought, gee, what a horrible job. He doesn't get, he has to bake my potato. He's got to, he does.
Get your breakfast.
He's doing all my Gunga Din work.
Right. Making sure if it's hot water you need, hot water is there.
Making sure the deli guy didn't use any grease with the egg whites.
You had some job going there.
Yeah.
That's the job I would have quit, not the electrician job. But, okay, here we go. So here it is. I brought him in and I said, Steve, here's a copy of my new book. I want you to read the dedication. And in true Steve fashion, he had trouble with one of the words.
I'm going to give the first copy of my book to Steve Grillo. Read the dedication of the book out loud, Steve, to Robin and Jackie.
I dedicate this book to my interns, all of them, the college students who work for free. They bring an infusion of energy, creativity, and excitement to my radio family and do a lot of dirty work that isn't too glamorous. They deserve a lot of credit and seldom get it. A special debit of gratitude to Steve Grillo. For the last 4 years, he has been my intern, doing every lousy, menial task for me, including getting my meals, opening the door to the building every...
What, are you nervous?
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
Dude, this is really nice.
Yeah, all right. Well, dude, calm down and read.
For the last 4 years, he's been my intern doing every lousy, menial task for me, including getting my meals and opening the door for the building every morning for me at 5 a.m. He's never late, he never complains, and he always has a smile on his face.
That was the worst mutilation of a dedication that I've ever heard.
I'm sorry.
A special what?
A special debit?
Debit?
Spell the word.
D-E-B-T.
All right, now spell it out. Sound it out.
Debt.
What is that word, D-E-B-T?
Debt.
Debt. Debit. Wait, what college do you go to?
Dude, I'm nervous. Wow.
Nervous?
Dude, that's very, very nice.
English doesn't look like English anymore.
How are you going to get through the book? I dedicated my book to you and the interns.
Dude.
He doesn't understand.
I do understand.
You understand that?
I'm very, very, very flattered.
That's right. Millions of people are going to read that.
Beyond flattered. Really. I don't know what to say.
Whatever you said was incoherent. Doesn't matter. I dedicated the book to you and the interns. It's the only nice thing I do in the whole book.
I'm afraid to read the rest of it. Dude, thank you very much.
All right, give me back the book. I don't have that many copies. All right.
Eesh.
I'm afraid to read the rest of the book. I wasn't sure you could read it.
I probably still can't.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. A debit of gratitude.
A special
debit. A debit.
A debit of gratitude. English is like Greek to me.
Oh, I miss that.
It's tough being an intern, though. Fred used to get you really good.
Oh, yeah. He still does.
Wow, wow.
Well, Steve didn't have to leave. Why did he go?
I had a burning desire.
It was money, and it was just... I was becoming that angry employee, you know, and I wanted to leave before everybody hated me, I think.
He came in one day, and he goes,
Gar,
I'm thinking about leaving. I said, all right, is that your 2 weeks' notice? Okay.
It didn't take much.
No. And he goes, wait, I'm not sure I'm resigning. I have to... No, you resigned, that's it, you're gone.
Oh, no.
See it.
It was time for him to leave.
Yeah.
He wasn't making any money. He was making a couple of bucks, and really, he was angry about it. Right?
Yeah, you know, it was always a weird moment for Steve and I because he quit. He actually quit.
That's right.
So I went and hired a guy named KC, and then Steve got bummed out, and he said, well, I wasn't positive I was quitting. I said, you came in and you said, I'm leaving at the beginning of the year. But then I think he got bummed out that we hired a guy so quick. And it was
it wasn't that. I think it was more or less like, it just seemed like, okay, well, go then. And I was like, oh. I didn't think it was going to really happen, I guess.
Well, when someone resigns, you go, well, leave.
You gave me a date and a time.
I know. What can I tell you, Gary? I didn't want to leave, really, but I had to leave, you know.
All right. Whatever.
Oh, man. What's up?
I heard you're married now.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's smoking hot.
Yeah, I heard your wife's got great boobs.
She's got great everything. Her? You did. You met her at the E anniversary party.
Oh, well, I was trying not to pay attention.
She is hot. She's really nice, though. Very nice girl.
Yeah. Artie tried to hit on her.
Here's a favorite moment when Steve and Stuttering John fought. I'll tell you why I like this moment. So Steve, our intern, who is here today to celebrate our history together, Steve was subleasing Stuttering John's apartment.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
And Stuttering John had said to Steve, I'll let you sublease, but if I have any problems, you got to leave right away. And Steve said, fine. And it turned out John was having problems. For whatever reason, John needed to unload the apartment. So John said, listen, Steve, you're going to have to leave. And Steve goes, well, you can't kick me out of your apartment. I'll be homeless. And John goes, but you told me no matter what, you weren't going to be a problem. He goes, but I have a problem. And John goes, but that's not my problem. And Steve could not understand what Steve couldn't understand any of this.
You know, and looking at Steve, watching you explain the story, I still don't think he understands it.
No, I do.
No, you don't.
Well,
it's okay, though. But here it is. Here is a blast from the past. Stuttering John telling Steve, finally, Steve, you've got to leave my apartment.
And you know, it's like I've tried every venue. I've called a lawyer. I'm paying a lawyer. And I'm trying every way, but I don't want to be...
So what happened? You had a lease.
Yeah.
And then
not renewing the lease.
My big deal is I'm homeless. I have no home.
Yeah, but that's not
I can't go home.
It's not my problem.
Why can't you go home?
But it's my problem, and I got to worry about it. I don't have a home. I don't have a roof over my head.
I'm not your mother.
I didn't ask you to do anything. I said I'd take it over. I said I'd take care of the problem. I'll look into it. And he yells at me, and I didn't do anything.
But does he understand the more you look into it, costs me money every day?
Doesn't cost you a dime.
See, he doesn't understand. So you know what? I'd rather not discuss it. Because you don't understand.
No, the one thing I don't understand is, are we not friends? Like, if you were homeless, would you not, like, try to help you out?
Don't you understand?
Grillo.
What do you think, John?
I'm not responsible.
But you're not even responsible. Someone else is taking care of this for free.
No one's taking care of it for free, okay?
But that's someone else is making a couple of phone calls.
Someone else who I obtained and it's not for free.
Gorilla, you don't understand something. He'd be in none of this hot water if you guys just had gotten up and left 2 weeks ago.
All you got to do is leave, and I'm out of this.
Where am I going to go?
But that's not his problem. You knew that from the beginning.
But it's my problem, and I have to worry about it.
You have to worry about it.
I can't go anywhere because I have no place to go.
But then why would you get into a roommate situation with John then if you were worried about that?
Because it's the only place I can afford.
Yeah,
okay?
but the point was
now you're making John pay for that.
If there was a problem, you'd leave.
You told John that if there was a problem, you would leave. And now you won't.
A problem with what? Like if
he has a problem. It doesn't matter a problem with what. He said if he has a problem.
Yeah, with us. You know what?
With you.
Like he said,
with anybody.
I don't want no loud parties or nothing. We've been good tenants. We pay our rent
That's not what he's saying. He's saying he's having a problem. Could you please leave? And you won't leave.
Because I have no place to go.
I think it was, I just needed a couple of days, and he wanted me to leave that night.
Well, you had a family.
Yeah.
I mean, you have parents.
I wasn't going back to Brooklyn.
Well, that's not his problem.
I was just asking for a couple of days, and he was like saying, no, you got to pack your crap and get out now.
See, I always loved Steve because you could never get through to him.
Right. He still just needed a couple of days.
He says, I need
Doesn't matter if the couple of days don't exist.
Yeah, that's right. But Steve would take a bullet for the show. I remember Charles Grodin, the talk show host and actor, hated us. And Steve found him and tried to even get an interview with Charles Grodin.
I even got beat up, too, from Spike Lee's bodyguards.
Oh, that's
right.
I didn't give the tape up either. Two giant guys pounded on me, and I still held onto the tape.
I remember when you went to Charles Grodin, and you even asked him about his toupee and everything else, and Lord knows he doesn't want to admit he wears a toupee.
He grabbed me and he cocked his fist back and was going to punch me.
Hey, Mr. Grodin, can I ask you a question? This is for, hold on a second.
For who?
I'll see you at the club. The Hair Club for Men. Has anyone ever complimented you on having a nice wig? Why do you bash Howard, Mr. Grodin?
Well, you were nervous, too.
No, I was running. He's going up the escalator, and I'm running up the down escalator.
Charles?
Yeah.
How can you bash Howard?
I don't like him. I think who are you with?
CBS.
CBS what?
CBS Radio. Have you ever tried drinking Rogaine? Will you ever get a real job?
Will you?
I will, I swear. I'm serious, I loved you in Midnight Run. You were great. Does your kids know you're bald?
That's when he grabbed me.
You gonna hit me? Well, there's that.
Man. That takes a lot of balls.
He wanted to crack me so bad.
We used to goof on you about everything, but you're always a good sport. You even sang, I have an impossible job.
I have an impossible job.
Is that me or Fred?
I have an impossible boss to cook 1 or 2 baked potatoes.
I rehearsed for like an hour.
Or get broccoli with hot sauce. Got kids.
You get the idea.
Yeah, it was painful, thank you.
Painful. Good for you, Steve. I want to thank you once again, and it's a great blast from the past to see you.
If there's any room at Sirius, I'm pretty much out of a job right now, so.
You're kidding? You're out of a job?
Yeah. I would love to come back.
All right. Well, I will look into it and find out if there's anything doing. Who knows?
Anything.
All right. All right. I would love that. And, Steve, you're a good guy, and I wish you lots of luck.
I wish you lots of luck.
Thank you. And what can I say? It's great to see the great Steve Grillo.
Great to be back.
And certainly many, many years with the show.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I heard through the grapevine that over there, they need an electrician.
Oh, too bad.
Maybe they could hire you.
Yeah, I can get someone from Local 3, no problem.
We'll be back, Robin, right after these words. 2 shows left. The last show is sponsored by TomatoVine.com, your broadband phone company. Save 80% on your long-distance calls. Get 2 months free. Sign up now at TomatoVine.com. Great. So, that was nice.
That was very nice.
Yeah, it was nice to see.
I now know it's over.
Yeah. When Les and Joel come in and say they both bought Sirius Satellite, then you know it's over.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess we're going.
We're really going. Yeah, it's weird. The whole thing is weird.
Yeah.
And,
I had to have a glass of champagne in the middle of the afternoon just to calm myself yesterday.
Should have called me and Artie.
I know. You were drinking separately.
What's so odd about that?
Well, everyone has said to me the two people they'd like to hear from before we do leave the air here are KC and Jackie. And Jackie's tomorrow. KC's right now. KC has made it here.
Did make it.
Yeah, and Gary said to me KC looked bigger in terms of muscles.
Really?
I can't wait for this. I love KC.
That's KC right there.
Hey there, brother.
KC Armstrong. Let's listen to some KC music.
Who are you going to call? KC Armstrong.
Yeah.
When you need some bud. Want to bust a nut. Who can you call? KC Armstrong. I ain't homophobic.
Gotta be played in with music.
Yeah. This is a saga. You know, one of the things, KC, for all your years here, you always were a good sport because everyone called you gay.
Right.
And why did they call you gay? Because I guess because you were muscular and you started you became a male model and you were...
Well, he went to the photographer, the gay photographer.
Yeah, and then, like, the strippers would come on here and I wouldn't bang them.
Right.
Because I thought they were dirty, and I still do.
Right.
I think Casey suffered from the fact that all regular guys wished he was gay. You know what I mean? Because, like, you wish Brad Pitt's gay.
Right.
That type of thing.
I was in the green room yesterday, and I was looking at that picture of the three of you guys in the Superman outfit.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny.
Casey was the only one who looked good.
By the way, I don't think I look half bad there.
Casey, by the way, you look more muscular now.
Thank you.
Than ever before. Bigger, actually.
Thanks, brother. You look good, too, bro.
Yeah.
Let's neck.
Yeah, right. But you look bigger than ever. And what are you on? Are you on juice now?
Yeah.
You are? Yeah. You're on the steroids?
Oh.
Yep. Wow.
You're taking the Danny Bonaducci road to hell.
No. But it's prescribed for me.
What do you mean?
Really?
I'm serious. Testosterone.
Why testosterone?
Because when I went crazy, I was crazy about a year ago.
Right.
Which, I'm not cured totally of.
Right.
I went through, like, a depression thing. And they took all my, blood and all that stuff, and they found out I was in, menopause. Like, it eats away at all your testosterone.
You had menopause?
No, it's like, that's what it's like, you're like an 80-year-old woman.
Your period stopped, and
my period stopped.
You went into menopause.
I couldn't believe it.
My vagina was changing.
So you found out that you were in menopause.
Well, that's an example.
Okay. Your testosterone levels were low.
Exactly.
So they gave you testosterone, and as a result, you've become even bigger and more muscular.
Yeah, and I'm good in the, you know what I'm saying?
Are you saying you were not very good?
No, I'm good.
Howard, he told me that he had sex. Can I say this?
Of course.
The other day with this woman 8 times in the day.
Nice.
Oh, you see?
Wow.
But I was not like making an announcement. I was just telling
8
Gary.
times
We're talking like men.
8 times in a day. I don't believe it.
Can I just say, it didn't really hit me till he walked in here. I genuinely miss KC.
I love you, Artie.
We all do.
I love you. I love all you guys.
We all miss you.
Well, nobody asked me. No, I'm only kidding.
Casey, you made so many contributions to the show. A lot of people don't know your contributions off the air, but you always were busy with comedy and writing comedy and making sure lots of stuff got on the air and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, he was one of our best producers.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
And then you
so
went
much.
berserk.
I went crazy,
You went crazy, and eventually...
Did you know you were going crazy?
Well, I always thought there was something wrong with me. But then at the end, I knew there was, it was bad.
Yeah.
Did you go crazy, earlier in life and then get over it? Or was this the first time?
Yeah, no, it was the whole time I just fooled you guys for 7 years or whatever.
You sure
you
did.
were crazy the whole time.
That's one thing I say. I said, I don't know who this new 𝗫𝗄𝗿 is, the crazy 𝗫𝗄𝗿, because I knew a guy for 7 years who was absolutely normal and delightful.
It unraveled. I just couldn't hold on to it anymore.
Well, I said you deserved an Academy Award. We were watching the greatest performance of 7 years.
You mean you were crazy for, like, your young years?
Oh, yeah.
Like how crazy were you when you were young?
It's all the same stuff. I mean, it's, you know, never... I don't want to, like, you know, there's no sympathy or nothing, but, you know, I was always a mess, you know, I was always unhappy.
Right.
But now, I am happy.
Are you?
You're kidding.
I am 100% happy, man.
Is that because of rehab?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, who's that guy? You travel with a rehab guy?
Yeah, he came in because he's a great guy, and he's a huge fan of
That's your rehab guy?
He's the director. He owns the place.
You're kidding.
He's awesome. But, you know, he's going to drink again at the end of this.
Let me ask him if you're cured.
Of course.
He can tell us?
Yeah, he can say anything he wants.
What's
his
his
permission.
name?
His name is 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿.
Richard, okay.
He
Richard
rules.
is the head of your rehab.
Hi there.
Hey, Robin.
I get to see you.
I know.
All right.
I'm looking at Gary's
You look
head
good.
trying to see you.
You too.
Let me say hi to Richard.
Richard's crazy, by the way.
Good. Hey, Richard. How you doing, man? Here, just step up to the microphone. Hi, Richard. You look like a rehab guy.
How are you?
He looks like a motivational speaker.
You look like a motivational speaker or a guy who would run a rehab. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Pleasure to meet you.
I've been running a little ragged the last few days, but everything's great.
So you run the rehab where 𝗫𝗄𝗿 pulled himself together.
That is a manner of speaking, yes.
What do you mean by that?
He made significant progress.
He still has a way to go.
He still has a little way to go, yes.
Right. When you met him, though, were you afraid of him like we were?
To say I was never afraid of him. I loved 𝗫𝗄𝗿 from the moment I met him. And, you know, I just basically, I was telling him this morning because he was very nervous about coming here today. And I told him, man, these people love you, 𝗫𝗄𝗿.
Yeah, we do. We do love 𝗫𝗄𝗿.
And absolutely. So he's doing, for the most part, really, really good.
Did he believe you when you told him we loved him?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Do you still have your anger toward Tom? I know Tom is
Actually, I want to say something to Tom. If you bring him in here. Bring him in here.
You sure?
He's very nervous.
Get him in here.
You're not going to go off on him, are you?
I'm not going to hit him, though.
No, you're not going to hit him. All right.
All right.
I just will twist his head off.
What do you think of 𝗫𝗄𝗿 being on testosterone? That's probably bad for him, isn't it?
In his case, with going 8 times the other day, I think it's great for him.
Yeah,
so,
nice.
I don't know too much about it. That's a doctor-related issue. But
I see.
Yeah, what doctor do you have? Dr. Mengele?
Dr. Bombay.
She's a genius.
Here is Tom. Tom, go ahead. That's the head of the rehab.
I think he's safe.
Now, the last time we had you on the phone, 𝗫𝗄𝗿, you were very angry with Tom, and I didn't understand it. I really do think Tom loves you.
I got something to say to Tom.
All right.
Tom, I want to look you in the face. I'm going to say something to you. I legitimately am sorry for the things I said. I hope you'll accept my apology. I think you're a good guy. It was my fault. It was my anger, and you didn't deserve the way I treated you. So I hope I want to shake your hand, and I hope that you'll accept my apology. And someday maybe we can talk again.
Nothing would make me happier.
You're still crazy. They're having a hug. Uh-oh. There you go. All right.
Now I'm going to rip his arm off.
Wow. That was really
Maybe
special.
he is okay.
Tom, anything you want to say?
That's nice.
You know, I said I wasn't going to cry, but that may do it for me. That's really, it was really important to me. 𝗫𝗄𝗿 always meant a lot to me, and it really, really hurt when, and I understood the anger. You know, I swear to God, I mean, I understood the misplaced anger, and my hope was that we'd get over it. And I mean, it was that day, the days that you were yelling at me and telling me to die were about as hurtful as I've ever known, but it's forgiven, forgotten. I meant it when I said if I could ever help you, I would. You know, I'm sorry I had to take away what was really important to you, but I think you understand it was what had to be done.
Yeah, and I owe you a lot, because if you hadn't let me go, I would have never gotten better, or I never would have seen it differently. So I owe you a lot.
Well,
thank you.
And, you know, you owe me nothing. The only thing you owe yourself is to stay well and to get well, because, I mean, there's still some places, you know, you got to get through to get there and to stay there, because I mean, it's all about you, you know, and about you being well and happy. And when you're there, that'll make me happy. And if I can help you in any way stay there, I mean, from the bottom of my heart, I will do it.
Thanks, Tom.
You know, I just want to say maybe I should go see Brokeback Mountain now.
I want to say, yeah, like maybe you two should kiss.
We're like gaying off, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I'm glad to see this, because I really do believe that Tom really cares about Casey. I really do.
I
That's
know
nice.
for a fact. Yeah, he was devastated
Yeah.
by that last appearance of yours.
I feel like drinking.
When is the last time you had a drink?
Yesterday.
Really? Oh, you
I still drink.
Oh, you
Yeah.
still drink?
Wow.
What's the guy from rehab think about that? What do you make of that he still drinks?
He's a work in progress.
I see. You're working with him.
Yeah, we're working with him and supporting him all the way.
Right, I see. Well, you seem like a good dude.
Drunk but happy.
Yeah, and are you happy? What are you doing?
100%, man.
You doing your stand-up?
Dude, I got this awesome gig, man. I got an awesome gig. Every Monday night, I got my own show at the 𝗻𝗄𝗃 in North Hollywood.
Right.
Every Monday. I'll be there this Monday. But I just got this thing. This guy named Johnny Fratto, right? His father was Luigi Fratto, cockeyed Louie, worked for Capone.
Yes.
Right? His brother, Frankie Warnier. This guy, he's got a reality show about his life.
Yes.
So I work for him.
Okay.
I'm on the show.
Is that the guy on house arrest?
No, he's not on house arrest, but he's got this mansion in his penthouse in Beverly Hills, and these broads come up there because he's got these Beverly Hills choppers, these little motorcycles. Yeah. And I am the VP of picking the girls that are going to be on there.
You're the VP.
I'm the VP.
You're in charge of picking girls for a reality show.
Not for the reality, for the Beverly Hills choppers, which is like supermodels. They take pictures on this
on the motorcycle.
On the motorcycle. Yeah. Paris Hilton was up there. Nicole Richie and now Jessica Simpson.
Gary and
nice. Case. The girl that you hooked up with 8 times today. How'd you meet her?
I casted her.
Oh boy, you got a casting couch.
No kidding.
I love that.
Dude, you put her in this thing, and then you had sex with her for 8 times.
Well, okay, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But these broads, they're hot. L.A., there are so many hot broads.
I know, it's unbelievable.
It's crazy. I mean, the broads...
because all the girls from around the country who want to be in show business go to L.A., and they're all hot broads from all over the country.
Totally. My head hurts from just looking around, Yeah. Like, he's got up in the penthouse, he's got broads that are hotter than, like, the Playboy Mansion.
So you're getting laid every day by different broads out in L.A.?
Well, no, because I was with my ex-girlfriend for a while.
Right.
And I wasn't cheating on her.
Right.
But then when that fell through, then I sampled some nectar from around the
Well, it does sound like he's doing well. The boy is getting laid. And
are you in therapy?
Yes. Every week. Dr. Shooter rules.
Yeah, you know what's a funny thing? Like, I know Artie and I have spoken about Casey a lot. Artie loves him, and I love him. But Artie and I used to sit there for hours and wonder, see, when you look like me and Artie, we could never understand how a guy that good-looking could have problems. And we would say to ourselves, he's got the whole world.
Well, it really was crazy. I mean, Artie tells this story when Artie went to Casey's intervention. Artie was high. Artie's 900 pounds overweight. And they were waiting for Casey in the apartment, and Casey was at the gym. And Artie says it was the first time you ever did an intervention where a guy was at the gym.
No, I was waiting for Casey, and when Casey got there, he looked great. As a matter of fact, he was happy to see me. It was nice. He was like, my buddy's over my apartment during the week, and I'm sitting there trying to do an intervention. I was disheveled, hungover. My hair, I had like bedhead. And I looked at KC, who was basically in like a wrestling singlet. And I said, Casey, look at you. You're a mess.
Well, let's remember some great... Oh, sorry, Artie. Go ahead.
No, but then I said, and Casey said, you're a mess. I'm a mess. You're a mess.
Well, let's
we both hugged, and it was fun.
And let's play a little 𝗫𝗄𝗿 homo music.
Nice.
This is some gay stuff. We all love these.
You inspired incredible amounts of people to write music.
And let's listen to a couple of tunes in honor of 𝗫𝗄𝗿.
It's 𝗫𝗄𝗿 Sausage Party. He'll kiss a guy if he wants to. Kiss a guy if he wants to. Kiss a guy if he wants to. You'd kiss a guy too if you loved man goo.
And who could forget this one? After 𝗫𝗄𝗿 took his gay photograph.
Gay photograph?
Gay photograph.
Nice. 𝗫𝗄𝗿 posts a gay photograph with a German homo. Gay photograph. He pulled his pants down.
And and the instant classic.
Then 𝗫𝗄𝗿 started to moan. He said, give me a rusty trombone. Give Casey the Beach Boys and grease his cover him in bandages from head to toe and let it drip away.
It's an honor to have that many songs written about you.
It really is.
In fact, this is a brand new one in honor of your appearance today.
Oh, beautiful.
Hi, my name's Casey Armstrong, and this one's for you, boys. To all the guys I've loved before, who've wandered in and out my back door, I don't think it's wrong. Please show me your schlong. To all the guys I've loved before.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah, but you got to realize how unselfish 𝗫𝗄𝗿 was. 𝗫𝗄𝗿 was a producer here, and a lot of the guys who work for us now, 𝗫𝗄𝗿 brought to our attention.
That's right.
Like, 𝗫𝗄𝗿 would come in and go, this guy's great, you got to play him. Bob Levy, Richard Christie, Sal, he brought in and said, look, these guys are great, you should play them. And he was such a big part of the show and a great friend.
Yes, 𝗫𝗄𝗿 turned me on to so much talent, I threw him out the door because...
No, but I mean, he knows talent. He's a talented guy himself.
And now he's picking the girls to sit on the chopper.
There's no...
my chopper.
It's not a coincidence that 𝗫𝗄𝗿 is still picking talent. Because you really do. That's the truth, Artie, that 𝗫𝗄𝗿 brought so many
people.
Richard Christie was brought to my attention by 𝗫𝗄𝗿.
Yeah. I used to send songs into 𝗫𝗄𝗿. I'd hear them a couple days later, and I mean, I really owe everything to you and to 𝗫𝗄𝗿. And
isn't it true, 𝗫𝗄𝗿 did you 8 times in one day?
Yeah.
That's right. Let's go to Dominic. Barbara wants to say hello. Hi, Dominic.
𝗫𝗄𝗿, congratulations. You've come a long, long way from that little guy I met at a card game, I don't know, 7 years ago?
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. Dominic is a real, he is totally a great, genuine guy. And
Dominic paid for a lot of your therapy.
He did. And my DVD, I thank him right in the beginning.
Congratulations.
All
and
right.
you know what? Every day the show's getting more and more emotional. I think I'm the one becoming gay.
Did you cried yesterday when you called in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult thought of all these years going by, but 𝗫𝗄𝗿, congratulations.
Thanks, Dominic. You're a good dude, man.
All right. Thank you, Dominic. Now, do you still hate anyone, or are you full of love?
No, I've let everything go, man.
Jeez, no wonder you're not on this show anymore.
I'm still angry, but, you know.
Good.
People, I just move on.
Yeah, that won't work here. 3 favorite moments of 𝗫𝗄𝗿. Let's, 𝗫𝗄𝗿 classic moments. I said to 𝗫𝗄𝗿, I was having a private conversation with him, and he was talking about food, and we both like to grill. He uses the George Foreman grill all the time.
Yes.
And I was talking to 𝗫𝗄𝗿, and I said, 𝗫𝗄𝗿, what do you like to do with steak? And he started to talk about how he serenaded his meat.
I still get hazed for this every day.
That's right.
From people.
All right. So here he is. Here's 𝗫𝗄𝗿 on the air with his serenading. You're talking about you were cooking some meat. When you soak the meat overnight, what is that process called? What do you do to the meat?
You add the serenade.
You serenade the meat, right? Yeah. Okay. So how long did you serenade the meat?
For like
like 3 or 4 days.
You serenaded the meat for 3 or 4 days. What were you cooking?
I cooked the George Foreman grill.
Did you? So
chickens.
So you can cook the chicken without any serenade on it. Right.
No, you leave it in there.
So you serenade the meat for 3 days.
Right.
Wait a minute, he left it in the grill for 3 days?
No, he serenades for 3 days.
But where does he serenade it?
In the freezer, and then you take it out and you put it in the refrigerator.
Oh, okay.
No. You take the meat out, and what do you use as a serenade?
Either like teriyaki or you get like honey mustard. Not honey mustard. You get hot sauce, you can put it in there.
So you serenaded the meat in hot sauce?
Yeah.
For 3 or 4 days?
For 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, what's wrong with
you believe what an idiot he is?
It was very difficult for me not to laugh.
Do you know why you're an idiot?
I held it in.
This is what I'm dealing with. This is my staff. Do you know why you're an idiot?
I'm sure you're going to tell me.
It's not called serenade. Serenade is when you sing to someone. It's called marinade.
So what? Same thing. Serenade.
What?
Oh, solo me.
I am an idiot, right?
No.
Yeah, the other day.
Everybody makes mistakes.
But my friend Kelly told me the other day, she goes, I don't know how you went to college. Because she heard this. Let
me tell you something. You're not an idiot. I'll tell you why. Everybody's good at something. And you, my friend, were very good on this show. You always did a great job, and you made incredible contributions. I'm not talking about this stuff on the air where we goof around. I'm talking about behind the scenes.
Oh, thanks, brother.
So you're no imbecile.
No, I know. And I've done...
You want to meet an imbecile? I'll introduce you to some of the new people we have working here.
I've done stand-up with Case on the road, and when he got on stage, people yelled like crazy, and I've seen him kill. He's a good stand. I've seen him destroy for 10 minutes.
So what if you mispronounce filet mignon?
He's so dumb. He's kind of commercial back there for Scott.
Uh-huh.
And it's for the lobster commercial.
Lobstergram.
Lobstergram. So they say you can get succulent lobster or filet mignon.
What does he say?
So this idiot goes to Scott, how do you say that mignon? So Scott says, you're pronouncing it right, mignon.
Did he record it?
Yeah.
Oh, let me hear this.
Send Dad an impressive gift certificate that will allow him to choose between succulent live Maine lobsters, exotic lobster tails from around the world, or how about tenderly aged filet mignon? Dick, you're an asshole. You don't say... How do you say it? Mignon? Filet mignon. That's how you say it, you
Moulignon.
You're a douche.
He's a douche.
You want to up their commercial? Mignon. How do you say that? Mignon. Filet mignon. That's it.
Oh, you idiot. Well, sometimes I was rough on you, but...
No, you weren't. You never were.
No, I was.
You were a pleasure to work with, man. I owe you so much, man.
I wasn't so bad to work with.
No, you were awesome. You gave me a shot right out of college, man.
Right. Yeah, no,
so cool.
You're talented.
I have one question to ask.
You're going to do well.
Would you have still, like you're better now?
Well, I still got problems.
Okay, you got things pretty much under control. Would you
Who
still...
says that?
Yeah, right.
I'm just asking where he is in terms of everything. Would you still have to stay at home after 9/11?
You know what? That's one of the things that I'm very embarrassed by. I can tell you what that's about. I mean, that's another thing, too, that I'm sick. I'm sick to my stomach when I think about that.
Really?
I remember when you and Robin got into a fight on the air because you had left early during our 9/11 show.
I can tell you what now, look, I don't hold anything back now. I'll tell you everything. I'm not going to lie about nothing. But it was so disgusting that, to me, that was... As soon as I got out of here, I went home, and I started drinking, and I turned on the TV to the racing channel, and they had canceled racing. They had canceled the OTB, so I couldn't gamble that day. So I went home, and the next day...
Really was a tragedy, that 9/11.
No. Yeah. It's disgusting how selfish. And then the next day, I used that as a day to drink rather than come to work.
Oh.
Well, look, I thought you went to a tanning salon during 9/11.
Well, I did on the way back, yeah.
I got to say, no matter how much you drank, he knew to be good looking.
Right.
It's disgusting, and I hate that. That's the one thing that, no wonder why I hated myself so much. Like, do stuff like that,
Well, maybe you got scared. Fred used to always say to me, Casey's the most muscular, strong guy on the show, and he ran home during 9/11.
Well, yeah, that was the irony of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Probably the equivalent of an elephant jumping on a chair when he sees a mouse. I'm afraid of mice.
But, you know, even during Casey's worst time, the guy never looked bad, you know?
Right.
I mean, if he was really, really bad, he'd be a 9.5, you know?
No, like right now, I'm doing fine. Look at me.
you know, Howard, while we have this moment, a lot of the guys were saying, like, Artie's been in here 2 days in a row looking really disheveled. And today he came in and he sent an intern out for toothpaste and Listerine. And
Artie, as long as we're talking honestly, what's going on with you?
No,
Are you all right?
Yeah, no, the last couple of days I overslept.
Oh.
No, yeah.
Because you look like you haven't bathed in a long time.
No. The last 2 days I overslept.
You want to talk to the rehab guy?
Send him back with me, Howard. I'll fix him up.
Yeah, what's the name of that place
again? No, I'm fine. I got up at 5:42 today, and I ran in here.
Okay.
Still never late.
That's true.
But
you got up at 5:42 and got here on time?
Yeah, no, I can get here in 12.
What, can you walk on water?
No, I get here in 12 minutes, breaking, every law, traffic law there is.
You didn't stop for a bagel then.
One thing about KC, as bad as he ever was, he never was late or anything. He always came in. He always was on
If
time.
he came in, he was on time.
You know what? Hey, listen, he was the first assistant I ever had. I used to do this all by myself. He was the first guy I hired to help me, and he made my life so much easier for a very long time.
Wow. Well, Casey, I want to thank you for all your contributions to this show.
I want to thank you.
You're a friend of mine and someone I believe in. And I'm glad you stopped by today. It's an emotional time for all of us as we leave to, leave this home that we've had for 20 years.
Yeah, we're all kicked out now.
Now we're all out. You're not the only one.
Hey, I also just want to tell you guys, you're going to kick ass when you go to satellite.
Thank you.
And you're gonna revolutionize that. Did I say the word right? Revolutionize?
You're going to serenade. You're going to serenade
us. You're gonna totally break new ground over there, and you guys are you deserve it, all of it. You're awesome.
And we got a show for you over there called Meet the Shrink. We want you on there.
Oh my God!
No, give me my own serious show. I'll show you how to make DVDs and get them out on time.
Oh, really? All right, that'll be nice. Yeah, what's going on with that? You going to get that thing out or what?
It's out.
It's out.
You know what? I let it go, and I apologize to everybody who was waiting for it, didn't get it yet. But it's at a distributor now. I put it out of my hands.
They said that the guys were on the road with Casey during the summer. They said that Casey was obsessed with making his DVD, and they got off the plane with like a 20-inch enormous monitor. And they're like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm editing my DVD.
It's horrible. The broad that I was living with, she said, look, finally, she goes, look, you work on this 20 hours a day. It's going to be me or it's going to be the DVD. I said, I'm sorry, hon. There's a lot of people that ordered this thing. Right. So she started taking my stuff and throwing it out on the beach. You know what I mean? Like, wait, that's my hard drive, you twat.
Never a dull moment.
No, but she's a good girl, though. It's hard to live with me. It's my fault.
At least in California, she's throwing it on a beach and not a concrete street.
Right.
Yeah, right. Well, Casey, we have our own TV channel now, as you know, Howard On Demand, and what the hell, maybe we'll create a reality show around you. Certainly following you around with your new job would be very interesting.
Oh, it's beautiful.
All right. But I want to thank also, I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
It's Richard Perlin, and just the briefest of plug for Newport Coast Recovery and my partner, Mike Newman. And thanks for having it, Howard. And, have a great, great new career.
Thank you.
I genuinely miss Casey, man. I really do.
We all do. Look for Casey on the upcoming series Son of a Gun, starring Johnny Fratto. For more information, go to BeverlyHillsChoppers.com. And you can see Casey every Monday night at the Ha-Ha in North Hollywood, California.
I've played that room. Good chicken wings.
And to purchase Casey's DVD, Die Laughing, which is now at the distributor, go to DieLaughingDVD.com.
Yay!
Pretty sweet last whoever shows up, hand out a little bit of money, make some speeches, take a few people with us afterwards for a blowout party at the Hard Rock. Give you my watch. How's that?
Believe me, you've been very generous.
The only problem I have with the watch Tom gave me is I won't use it because I need to have numbers. I don't understand watches that don't have numbers.
Yours doesn't have numbers?
No. I don't understand the watches. I wear a watch by U.S. Army. It's the basic watch. You see 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can tell the time. I need to tell the time. These watches have become so wild that you can't tell the friggin' time.
Right.
It's a dark background, the one Tom gave. I won't be able to see. I'll wear it when I go out on special occasions.
Right, it would look nice when you don't need to see the time.
Yeah, when I don't want to know the time.
You know, it's funny you say that.
I'm wearing a watch so I don't know the time.
You know, it's funny you say that because the in-demand people gave us gifts the other day, and Doug Dixon got me this beautiful watch. But it's one of those watches that's an analog watch, right?
Yeah.
And then underneath it is digital time, but you have to hold it in the right light, and you don't know whether to look at the digital or the analog. It's not completely apparent what time it is.
I'm very fussy about watches. It's got to be...
I'm with you about the... I like...
I need to know whether it's 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. I can't be guessing.
Right. Is that on that dot or that dot?
Yeah.
Well, my first Christmas here, I still have that great watch you gave us. That's an amazing
good watch.
Yeah, that's a fun watch. That's a stylish watch. Love that watch.
I found out yesterday the watches were invented during World War I.
Yeah, good for you. Hey, you know, somebody stole... We have a sign here in the studio. It says Howard Stern, and someone stole the H yesterday. People are coming in and ripping things down.
They stole... what is that H made out of? Foam
wood.
or something?
It's wood.
Wood?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. I saw some of the disc jockeys yesterday who worked here during the K-Rock era. They ripped down all the K-Rock signs. They put big tombstones, rest in peace.
Looked like a graveyard around here.
Yeah, a lot of the people who worked on the music format are really freaking out, and I don't blame them. Not only they're out of work, but it's one less music station in New York, and, you know, there's a lot of change going on, a lot of motion riding high. I know Tom had a fit in the halls when he saw that, because 𝗦𝗵cie and Joel Hollander were coming in, and he didn't want to seem like it was anarchy going on here.
Right. I didn't know they were coming in that day, but yeah, they had taken part of the sign down, too, that said K-Rock.
Yeah, there's a lot of change going on here as we say goodbye. Gary came into the studio. They were pulling 6 huge cables into here, and Gary says to the guy, "What are you doing?" Guy says, "David Lee Roth needs to see all the news channels while he's on the air. He's going to have a bank of monitors so he can monitor what is going on in the world."
5 42-inch flat screens, 36-inch, something like that.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, 5 flat screens.
Where's my flat screen?
There's Beirut.
You never asked for one.
I never asked for one. Well, I probably
did freak out. I didn't like it, certainly, and I didn't want, and you're absolutely right, I didn't want 𝗦𝗵cie or Joel to see that, you know.
It was anarchy. But there's a lot of angry feelings. Thank you for the watch, by the way. It's beautiful.
Beautiful watch.
And you know, and it's no disrespect to anybody else. I mean, to Artie. I mean, I've got something for Artie. I got something for Benji. But to me, when we started here, you know, on November 18th, it really was the U4, and you know, and sometimes real. I actually started to cry when I gave Robin her watch. It was very emotional.
Yeah, he had to leave the room.
You look like you were going to cry when you gave me the watch.
It's very emotional.
Yeah.
And you know, and I am ever since the chemo, I'm so much more emotional than I was before that.
Yeah, they say when you have a near-death experience, it changes you.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I cry at weddings and stuff. It's pretty bad.
I do want to make a point that Baba Booey did not deserve the watch. He was not here the first show.
That's right. Second or third, first week.
No, actually, my watch should have said December 4th, but believe me, I'm sticking with it.
All right. I don't think it's right. I'm just going to say it.
And I'm really sorry you don't like your watch.
No, I love it. I'll wear it, even though I can't tell what time it is.
You don't have to wear 2 watches.
Can you tell the time with that watch? I just can't see the time. It's hard. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I can tell it. I mean, it's not that different from the watch that I got that I told you about in 1984, and yeah, I can tell the time.
Is that a very expensive watch?
The one that you got?
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
What does that cost?
None
honestly?
of your business.
Well, I'll go price it anyway.
You go price it. I can.
Let me see it.
You know,
that's got to be $250.
When is
$250, $300?
You know, there was a.
You can go online.
I told you the other day, there was a great move in the office when Stutter and John worked here. You'd give him a gift, and the second you walked out the door, he'd hand it to Jason and tell Jason to go on the internet and see what it cost.
Oh, are you kidding?
No. He wouldn't even do it himself, like secretly.
After we got the watches, Gary said, you know, this makes it so much harder for me to mouth off about Tom and the way he's treating us at the end. They go, what's going on?
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed.
What happened?
And Tom knows why.
Yeah, here the issue is there.
You need us to move out.
We thought we had a plan that was going to allow Richie to start the work and accommodate a cleanup of the studio on Monday.
Right.
I mean, unfortunately, we've now had that plan has gotten flip-flopped, and we now have to do work in both studios to accommodate everybody who's going to start.
Yeah, but what about it? But I mean, how are we supposed to clear our stuff out?
So I mean, for the studio, I need to get the studio cleared so that the construction crews can come in, start at midnight on Monday night.
Sunday night.
Jeez. Wow. You've got New York City construction workers to work on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good.
See, I was hoping.
But I don't understand something. I thought Tom gave you till Monday. We said we need Monday to clean up.
But that changed because they have.
Why did it change?
Because I guess they have to get the work done.
Because they can't wait a day?
Not even a day. It's really 12 hours.
They can't wait 12 hours?
Richie has now almost double the work that he's got to do.
Why? What do you got to do? You got all the connections for a board.
No, I understand, but now we have to do additional work in what we refer to as the FM studio, the music studio, as well as modify the studio to fit everything in.
So it's. I mean, listen, Tom's.
Well, what about? Tell me what your problem is. Were you back in our office?
No.
Back in the
office is fine. So what it means to us, me and the staff, is that originally I thought tomorrow's the last day.
You don't have to do anything in here.
We do. We have to clean out, our other stuff.
What other stuff do we have?
We have stuff. We're going to come in, so we'll probably have to come in on Saturday and clean up.
All right.
But Tom said he'd come in and join us. I told him it's not necessary.
And I will.
We shouldn't offer.
You don't have to do that.
I might be able to get our stuff out of here tomorrow after.
Yeah, you'll come back after
the festivities.
Boy, they can't wait to get us out the door.
No.
It's a couple of days to clean up.
I wouldn't be teary if it were easy,
Right.
I saw David Lee yesterday. I said hello to him. I wished him luck.
Yeah.
But, boy, it's like he's like the president walking around, like 6 guys around him. You know what I mean? With pads and pens and everything.
A lot of expectations.
It's all part of me. There was an architect here.
No, I'm saying that. He's like
sounds like he knows what he wants.
Oh, he definitely, he has in mind. He knows what he wants.
He knows what he wants.
He knows what he knows, and he knows who he is, and he knows what he has.
He knows what he has, like the Beetlejuice
Maybe they have the Beetlejuice song to open the show.
I wish him luck. I really do. And people say, well, you mad at David Lee? I go, no, why would I be mad? I think it's great. I think it's going to be very successful. So, anyway, let's get back to our last show.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Thank you, Tom.
Hey, Tom, while you're here, let's play your favorite moment. Tom has chosen a favorite moment after 20 years.
Tom's favorite moment?
I may have a new favorite moment. It may be the argument that happened the 2 days ago between Robin and Fred when they relived the Fred meltdown.
That was good. That was a good favorite moment. But you've chosen a moment, and I saw your moment, and I said, screw Tom. I'm not playing this. This isn't a good moment. And then I listened to it. It is a good moment.
What are you talking about?
He picked a good moment. I was like, F Tom in his moment. Take him off the schedule.
Well, what was the moment so that I know what you thought?
I'm going to play it for you.
Let be a surprise.
Good.
I'm going to play it for you. Tom's favorite moment was when we had the Cabby John fight. And going back and listening to a little bit of that, we edited it down for Tom's favorite moment. And let's go back. What year was this? Do you know? Anybody know?
2002.
2002.
Right. Before you play it, let me just say that the part of the work that the work they went into is unbelievable. And Jody, who just works really hard. I know she's coming in later.
Right.
But I actually had to deal with the sports authority in New Jersey. I had to get a license. I had to become a licensed fight promoter in the state of New Jersey
to get this.
In order for this exhibition.
Move over, Don King.
And we had to, and I had to send letters out convincing everybody that it was not a real fight. That it was just going to be an exhibition, a sparring match.
You worked very hard on this.
Yet everybody knew that those two guys wanted to kill each other.
It's another great piece of show history because it's really the reason why Cabby's in jail.
That's right, because he didn't pay his taxes when he won money for this. Here we go, Cabby John fight, 2002.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
the catchphrase everyone's been waiting for, Larry. It's close.
People on their feet, Howard. Look at this.
Wow.
Here we go. Round one underway. Big right hand by Stuttering John, and they lock up. 𝗫𝗵𝗵 pounding him to the midsection. John needs to escape. John with an overhand right. Another. 𝗫𝗵𝗵 punching him below the belt. A right hand below the belt, and the referee has to step in. John going right at him. Rabbit punches to the back of 𝗫𝗵𝗵's head. And a sucker punch by Crazy 𝗫𝗵𝗵. Big overhand right by Stuttering John. What a round. Another right. 𝗫𝗵𝗵 has Stuttering John up against the ropes. Another right hand by Stuttering John. And another. What a fight.
Whoa! What do you make of that?
What a round!
We're going to find out who won.
Has to go to the judges.
Two guys went the full 5 rounds. I just saw Susanna, John's wife, cheering her man on like out of Rocky. They're raising John on their shoulders as if he has won already, Larry.
Pretty premature, Howard. We've seen some strange things happen in boxing. John on the shoulders of his trainer.
John on the shoulders of his trainer, swinging wildly into the air. I love it.
And his bloody face there for all
Saying
of us
I love you to his wife.
Howard, I got to tell you one thing. I'm standing right here in the ring. There's a big puddle of blood from where John was standing.
Let's hear from Michael Buffer what the judges think.
All 3 judges are unanimous. The winner, Stuttering.
I told you, Robin. I told you guys. I kicked his ass. I told you. Stuttering John, a man 100 pounds less than 𝗫𝗵𝗵. Silence 𝗫𝗵𝗵. He's holding the belt and screaming. Stuttering John. I told you, Gary. What I tell you? I told you, Howard. You got 30 grand from me, mother. Right. He's very pumped up.
Wow. That was great, man.
Doesn't he sound a lot like Scott? When Scott, I don't know what the competition on the show.
A lot of adrenaline.
You go
I
5.
don't know. Do all those guys go on steroids when they do this?
You go 5 rounds with 𝗫𝗵𝗵, you'll be screaming too.
That was a shocker because I know John was tough, but really 𝗫𝗵𝗵 had everything going for him.
It was a great moment.
You remember 𝗫𝗵𝗵 trained by smoking and walking through the park and feeding the pigeons.
Yeah, he didn't.
He didn't train at all. That was the problem.
He should have thought about that.
He cost me $2 grand.
Yeah.
I wrote the check. 𝗫𝗵𝗄 and I had a bet. Before the end of the 3rd round, I wrote the check and handed it to Wayne because I knew I'd lost.
Right.
I must have been drunk because for no reason I yelled Broccoli Rob.
We're going to take a break. Great moment. Thank you, Tom.
That was a great moment.
And Tom will be out tomorrow with the crowd. He's going to address the crowd and say his farewell to the show. Yep. 20 years of service on this program. And we'll be back right after these words. Comedy background, something, whatever. I don't. The guy just walks out.
I know.
It's like, screw you guys. Keep the show going while I walk out. That was 5 years ago. And, of course, the guy who ended up working here was Artie. And Artie's credentials were that he did a bunch of blow on Mad TV and got himself fired.
Exactly.
Let's say hello after 5 years and honor the contributions, and there were many, Jackie the Joke Man Martley.
He is a drunk, a big, stupid drunk, whose wife makes him build a recording studio.
And half the size of what he used to be.
Dumb and are never gonna.
Don't shake my hand, I'm sick. You don't care? It's true, he doesn't care. He uses other people's toothbrushes.
Right, remember that?
I stick my fingers in people's butts.
Oh, remember when he ate the chicken after?
Jackie, actually, Artie offered to give you back your old chair. Would you prefer sitting there?
No, that's not fair. How is it?
How you doing, Jack?
He's keeping it warm. Take a seat, man.
There's
this
a
was
lot
great.
to remember about Jackie.
Oh, I love this.
I love this.
No, you don't. How come you haven't been here before?
Well, I wanted to be very special.
Jackie,
how are you?
I'm good, and you?
Jackie, let's honor today your years on the show. You were with the show. How many years?
15 regular and 3, once a week.
Irregular.
Irregular.
It's good to see you, man.
It's great to see you. We almost went out to dinner.
We will.
Almost glad that we didn't, because that makes this.
This is better.
Yeah.
It's been 5 years since Jackie's been on the show. And Jackie has made many, many endless contributions, including coming up with the name King of All Media.
Is that right?
That's right.
That's almost true.
Oh.
Because I wrote King of Media, and you...
You're like John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't seem
I still
right.
have the note somewhere. It says King of Media, and you said King of All Media. Hi, Fred. How you doing?
When you walked into the studio, and it's been 5 years, what went through your mind? I mean, was it weird?
First of all, I didn't know whether I was going to be tripping over the real doll, because that was there when I left. And there used to be so much crap and drums and everything.
Right.
And for some reason, I thought that this was much more built up. I didn't expect to be able to see you so well when I first walked in.
Well,
wasn't there a lot of crap?
Well, they've ripped out a lot of this stuff because we're leaving. Tomorrow's our last show.
Yeah, it's lighter and brighter in here because the cameras and the lights are gone.
Right, it's much more spacious. This is beautiful. You should stay.
It's good here now. One of the things, I was shocked. Maybe not so shocked. I used to predict this all the time, and maybe this is a painful subject for you, but after you left the show, you and Nancy got divorced.
You know what? I think a lot like you, we were practically separated for years before. It's not something you talked about on the show, but there was no time to separate. You know, you do the show day in, day out, and then on the weekends I'm going and do gigs.
Were you separated?
We were still living together.
But he just saw her so rarely, is what you're saying.
No. I mean, we were like broke up, but living in the house. But when I finally had a free weekend, I wasn't going to go looking for a bachelor pad. And then all of a sudden we got that other beautiful house that and it made it easy to.
It killed me because of the years you were on the show. You know this show is a girl magnet. It would have been great for you.
The minute I leave, I said,
yeah, the minute you left.
Well, that never went through my mind. Not 90% of every second,
Are you sorry now that you left, or are you happy and content with your decision?
I'm having such a great time, but of course you miss. You know what? You don't miss the money and the fame and all this. I almost cursed. But I didn't realize how abnormal it is to sit and laugh for 5 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Right.
Like it's withdrawal. That's just not a normal thing. I'll get together with my friend Burp and we'll sit and laugh for a half an hour and it'll be great. And I'm like...
So when you left the show, all right, a lot of people thought you were nuts, a lot of money on the table.
A lot of people still think I'm,
I even used to say to you, Jackie, 5 years, big salary, add it all up, stand up, selling all the tchotchkes, all that stuff.
I know.
I said, you'll retire. I mean, not that you didn't have money, but you would retire with a lot of money.
I drew a line in the sand, and you know me, I'm such a stubborn...
Right.
And I couldn't get it together to go to sleep. They say the definition of an idiot is somebody that watched something happen 99 times and thinks it's going to be different the 100th time, right?
Right.
For 15 years, I couldn't go to sleep. You can go home. You used to go home and go to bed at 8 o'clock. I don't know what your thing is now. You live in the city. I couldn't do it. In 15 years, I bet you I went to bed at 9 o'clock twice. I couldn't do it. I'd lie in bed and watch TV till 11 o'clock. I couldn't make myself go to sleep. And then by Wednesday, I would be out of my mind tired, and I was miserable all the time.
But I bet you now you realize you could have worked the schedule better.
You know what? I still realize I probably...
Made too much of it.
I should have been able to.
Right.
But I know I wouldn't have. I would have never quit drinking. I would have never got separated from Nancy. I would have just gone on in the same... Like I used to walk around like... I'm rich, and I got the world,
by the balls.
You can say it.
Yeah.
And I got the world by the balls, but I was unhappy because I was so tired. Now, that's not your fault. That's not anybody's fault. That's my stupidity. But
so you think did that lead to your decision, just being exhausted and saying, you know what, it ain't worth it
and
anymore?
being the whore that I am, instead of just saying, I got to get out of here, I'm tired, I said, I'm leaving unless I can get this.
Right. So that's how you were able to negotiate, because you said, I don't care anyway.
Right. That's the only way to negotiate, is if you don't care if you get the gig.
Right.
So you made an unreasonable demand, so you
I still don't. I stand by the fact I don't think it was unreasonable.
So now you're poor, unknown, and well-rested.
I got lots of sleep.
You got a lot of sleep.
You want me to build a house? I got the energy.
So did you start dating right away? Because because the separation happened quickly, and a lot of us were saying, "Oh, that's we were like, I can't believe Nancy's leaving him now that he doesn't have a job." But you're saying that was going on for a long time.
You don't run out and say you think that like it's all of a sudden like a gun going off and you can't wait to get out there. Like right away you just don't. You know,
I always thought you two were in trouble. I used to say it on the air.
I thought they were in trouble the day they got married.
Yeah, they weren't in trouble. Just every relationship. You know?
I think I could have gotten Nancy behind your back. I always felt that way.
I thought you did.
I came close. I was zero. There were a couple of times.
And I was hoping, because if you had done that, I was going to bang Robin.
That's right. You can't have her. Jackie.
She still wants me. I wrote that down as one of the things to reminisce about.
How long did you wait to get laid? Like, did you find girls right away?
Oh, that day.
That day you got, as soon as, that's it?
I had numbers on speed dial.
Are you seeing someone now?
No. I'm seeing a bunch of people. Right.
And
you know, it was so funny.
He's got to spread it around.
It was so funny.
How old are you now? You're like 60 years old.
150.
You're 160 years old.
I'm actually 57.
Is it hard for a 57-year-old guy to find chicks?
He was 57 when he left here 5 years
ago.
A
million. I thought you didn't talk anymore.
Fred, are you mad at Jackie right now?
Right now, no, it's good to see him. We actually had lunch one day.
Did you?
But I didn't want to bring it up because it was also at a time when he wasn't sure if he was going to come in here or not.
Right.
And I didn't want to say anything, get anybody infuriated, like, you know, and start bad rapping him because I wanted him to come in.
Oh, this is recent, huh?
This is recent, maybe in the past month or so. The day we were suspended.
You and Jackie got together. And in true Fred form, he said nothing about it.
Right.
But would have been a good story.
You should have called me.
No, I didn't want to queer the deal because, like Gary was saying, like, he's not sure, he wants to come in, but...
So you're not angry with... I know you were very, very angry with Jackie.
Which I totally didn't understand. You know.
The fact
Explain it to Jackie.
The fact that you walked out and being very
in
selfish,
all fairness,
after everybody told you for like a year solid, Jackie, you know, take the deal, don't make waves.
No, hold on.
This is after 4 times.
You know, people have been
I'm going to walk out.
Fred,
I'm coming back. I'm going to walk out. I'm going to come back.
Do you control his mic?
As a matter of fact, in Vegas, the first time we went to Vegas, I sat in a room with him, and he probably doesn't even remember because he just tunes it out. And
he was very drunk, probably.
Jackie Land.
You were talking about.
He goes into Jackie Land.
He goes into Jackie. He created his own universe.
Like you guys listen when Fred's talking.
Right.
Joke Land.
See, Fred's not mad at all. He's past it.
I'm past the anger. Now I'm just gonna,
let me say my 2 cents here. In all fairness,
point it out to you that you made a big mistake.
In all fairness,
and you really screwed us up.
No, I didn't. Well, hold on.
You did.
Hold on. In all fairness,
you left us high and dry.
But that's not.
This show is a well-oiled
That is
machine.
not true.
You were a very important cog on this show. And when you walked out,
and wait, I agree with that.
I didn't understand your feeling because I feel if Jackie wanted more money,
but they were offering him more money.
I thought it was a reasonable deal.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
I still don't know. I never asked.
But
anybody
that's not your decision. That's my decision. If I decide what I want, that's not...
Then why did you call back 3 months later looking for...
Because a woman's allowed to change her mind.
Okay, get up on the table. We want to look at your vagina.
In all fairness to me. In all fairness... Can you say that? You can say vagina?
Vagina, you can say.
Why are you leaving? This place is a free-for-all. Listen, in all fairness to me, I couldn't even begin to talk to anyone because nobody knew... If you were staying, I don't know if you remember, it was like...
What are you talking about?
Hold on, Robin. It was like the second week of December of that negotiation that nobody knew if you were
Jackie,
staying.
I would never... What are you talking about? I would never abandon you guys.
No, hold on. So finally you said, listen, I'm cutting a deal, and that was the second week of December, and I started talking to Tom, and it went back and forth like once or twice, and then there was no communication from him. Like, you know, he said something, and we hadn't offered anything.
I think everyone had given up. They just kind of basically said...
But we went 2 months without any response from him at all, and after 2 months, I said to Tom, I got nothing to do except not come in on Monday because there's been... nobody's budged.
I guess I decided, I said, I'm moving on. Jackie left, and I'm moving on.
Which you're allowed to do, and I'm allowed to do. But this whole thing that...
Go ahead, Tom.
Hold on, this whole thing that... Nobody knew I was coming in that Monday. That's false.
Go ahead, Tom.
I mean,
it's regal the way you stand at that podium.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Jackie should have taken the deal, right, Tom?
I'm comfortable here. You know, I absolutely. I mean, I begged Jackie to take the deal.
And I agree that you did.
Right.
And I was stubborn, and I admit I was stubborn.
And you lost out on a watch today. Because Tom gave us all the original members' watches.
Yeah.
You lose.
You would have had one of those.
I got to tell you another thing that's true. I never, ever worn a watch. So
Jackie,
another reason I made the
felt Jackie really missed out on a good deal.
I did. I mean, because we had I really had stepped up big time. And made Jackie a firm offer. It was a 5-year firm deal. Jackie had never had a guaranteed contract with the station, with the company for all the years he'd been here. He was always
I'm not disputing any of that, but it's my decision.
No,
I'm allowed to say what I want to work for.
I don't debate that at all.
You know what
it was
the
your
big
decision, but it was a bad one.
You know what the big thing we're leaving out too? You know, because we talked about this.
I forgot those lips.
A couple of weeks ago.
Look at that.
Look at the size.
Look at those lips trying to get over those teeth.
One of the things.
Hold on, let me enjoy this.
That's what Jackie did so well.
Jackie, you love torturing
All
Gary.
I can remember is you standing there, and he gets a few minutes during the commercial to try and talk to you.
I remember that,
too. He'd be
too.
trying to talk to you, and I'd be going, da-na-na-na-na, from Mighty Joe Young and Climb Joe, and he gets
I will tell you that.
Your life got better when Jackie left.
I'm going to tell you something. It was the 1-2 punch of... My life it really did get better when you left, even though I missed...
aren't you glad I
even though I missed you like you can't believe. But it got better because I was able to get more done, and then my life really got better. Again, not a cut-to, but when John left, those were the two guys who just gnawed away at me day and night.
He would talk to you, and the show would be ready to go on its regular, normal course, and he would just about be out the door, and I'd go, look at that ass. And that would be good for 45 minutes.
Here's what he would do, Howard.
I didn't even have to contribute. I didn't make fun of anything. I would just remind you to make fun of him.
How about the long hours we put in for the Channel 9 shows when me, you, and Fred decided to release our stress by painting pictures of Baba Booey?
You know, that was maybe... You know, there's arcs of the show where it really spiked, and that was when we were so tight. Painting and getting the berets.
Well, we spent all day and night together writing.
Can I say? Forget we had a whole entire wall.
No, we were supposed to be writing, and instead of writing, we were
painting. And what drove me crazy was do
you still have those?
I still have
Fred did the definitive painting.
Oh, yes.
What drove me crazy
It's funny,
is...
I was looking through the Miss America last night, and I ran across that painting. Jackie
and I would knock out 10 to 20 paintings
a masterpiece
of Gary. Fred spent months painting the background of his Baba Booey.
He did the Bowie Lisa.
And as soon as we'd all get in our berets, and Tom would come back and go, what are you guys doing in your painting?
What are you paying Artie for? You
Artie, yeah, what are you doing?
Hi, Artie.
I'm listening and loving it.
Everybody tells me how great you are to me, and I appreciate that. I love you, man. Thank you.
I'm a big fan of yours, Jack.
You're
Absolutely.
crazy.
Big shoes to fill. Artie had a tough time, right, man? It was weird coming in.
Oh, my God, yeah, come on. You guys were legends.
Well, at least you get to sit right there in the spotlight. When they were playing this studio, they're telling me and Fred that, hey, you're going to be the stars of the show, and then they hit us in the bread basket. And they put Benji up my butt. How's he? Is he over there?
Benji took your job.
He smells.
Yeah, there's Benji. You never liked Benji. You felt he was trying to take your job.
I like Benji. I just didn't like when all of a sudden he climbed up my ass and took my space, but that wasn't his fault.
Benji, you want to say something to Jackie?
No, I owe him money.
Yeah, actually, about $3,000 worth of grapefruit, but...
All right, thank you,
Howard, do you know, that's not a joke. Do you know that Benji used to get breakfast for everybody, and Benji has yet to submit bills?
Yeah.
Everybody here owes him around $3,000 or $4,000. Benji just paid for breakfast for 4 years.
And I kept saying, what do I owe you? What do I, like Christmas time, I'd give him $100 or something as a bonus, but I'm like, where's the bill? And he just never gave it.
He'd sound like $4,000.
Man, there's so many stories to go over.
We should be doing this for a month.
I just want to say, the one thing that Jackie used to do that would drive me crazy...
Doing it for 5 years.
What'd you say?
He should have been doing it for 5 years.
Right, yeah, go ahead.
The one thing that Jackie would do that would drive me crazy is, you're right, like you would goof on me and you would be done. And Jackie would remind you, the way he would do it, that would make me crazy. You'd tell the last joke on me, and you'd already be thinking about what to do next, and all of a sudden there'd be a little bit of silence, and you'd hear... And that would remind you to keep making fun of me for another hour.
I remember we write to each other. Not only do we work on the show in the morning, but all day we'd be in touch with each other on
that
computer,
Lotus Notes
on
crap.
Lotus Notes computer system. And in one time, Gary wrote a note, and you know when you're typing fast, instead of the word make, he wrote AMKE, A-M-K-E.
Common mistake.
Common mistake. And Jackie relentlessly wrote AMKE.
That was good for about 2 years.
2 years. Yeah. Howard, I will show you an email Jackie sent me within the last 3 months.
Yes.
That has it in there. And always. Like it's like you killed someone and Jackie follows you around with the police photos.
But that was the thing, that Jackie's goofing on you didn't end with the show.
Oh, no.
No, he's still goofing on you. There's
and that whole Mighty Joe Young. I haven't seen you in so long. They had whatever the holiday is, the Rosh Hashanah, when all the Jewish people go to Long Island at like 4 in the afternoon, and I didn't realize the Jewish holiday because I'm, been living on Long Island 50 years. I don't know the holidays yet. And I leave, and I'm going down 56th Street to go to wherever I was going on, maybe the Tri-River Bridge. And I'm driving along, and I see a car stuck in, the traffic is not moving, and I see a car one length in front of me, and it's the unmistakable Mighty Joe Young head, right? And it's so funny, and I pull up next to him, and he's got the windows up, and I guess he must have been blasting something on the radio, so and I'm honking, and I'm honking, and I'm honking.
And by the way, you're describing that Baba Booey, the back of his head looks like an ape.
He's Mighty Joe Young.
Right,
yeah,
an
he's a chimpanzee.
Yes.
So finally, he looks over, and he collapses, and he rolls down the window. I said, I didn't think it could possibly be you, because it's an unmistakable head, but you should have a much better car than that by now. And he's like, you never stop. You never stop.
That was it. Let's go to
I was listening to Bobby Slayton, new CD.
Tomorrow is our last show here. We're going to be outside. We're going to say goodbye to the fans. After all, who supports us more than the fans? Jackie knows it better than anyone from touring the whole country.
And I'm here. The reason I'm here is to say congratulations. This is such a wild thing. That's serious.
You can say that.
Congratulations. That's such a big deal. That's so wild.
Dead air, hit it.
Before you go,
and we need to give Jackie a plug, by the way. Jackie's.
You don't need to.
Did he get a plug from me?
Jackie's joke master.
Wait, before you give me a plug, I'm going to give you a present. I brought you a present.
A present.
More T-shirts? Yeah. I don't think that... Brokeback Mountain T-shirt. Oh, thank you. I would actually...
No, he's not in that.
Thank you. You're not in that movie, are you?
This is a fag movie.
Yeah.
My friend, I got a great friend, Tom Bernard, who's like the president of Sony Classics. I have these big friends now, and he said, hey, they keep talking about this movie. If you go in there with something from that movie, they'll be inside, and they'll love you guys. I said, they're not going to attack me. I'm going to have a great time in there. But they sent me over those T-shirts to send them.
How much did you pay for it?
Jackie Joke Master Jr. 1 and 2 are available at all Bed Bath & Beyond stores.
This is the thing that's keeping me afloat. It's making me...
Is it really making you...
And it's so ridiculous, because I've been telling these horrible...
We don't think you're making any money with it.
I know, of course you don't.
Right.
But I've been telling these filthy jokes for my entire life, since long before I met you, and now I'm making money with Knock Knock, which is just so ridiculous.
My kids love that thing.
Jackie's Dirty Joke Machine is...
Voodoo. Voodoo who? Who do you think you are?
Jackie's Dirty Joke Machine is available at all Spencer gift stores. And see Jackie this Tuesday at Ferrara's in Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
And I want to just tell you, Howard, I'm not fooling around. That seat's 90.
Wow. Has your business dropped off since the show? I mean,
no, it's non-existent.
It's non-existent. But you don't care.
I don't.
When you do a gig, though, I mean, you were used to thousands of people showing up.
And my gigs have completely decimated, but it's the same thing. Like, I work at the Laugh Factory last night. I'm doing this one-man show, and there's 40 people, but
But you're happy.
I am.
All right.
Common question, which I don't even think I know the answer to. How many homes do you own now? Still the same?
The truth?
Yeah.
I'm down to one. Well, I own my mom's home.
One home. That's it for you.
So two.
So Nancy took all the other houses?
She didn't take them. She earned them.
Did you get wiped out in the divorce? I mean, I was counting your money going, okay, so he wasn't planning on this.
No, I was totally, right down the middle. And
I understand that you two are still in business together.
Is Jokeland still a business?
Jokeland.com is still there, and we're still selling CDs.
I mean, Jokeland, the physical property.
No, that's you know,
That's gone.
virtual concept now. But you know, we're going to be doing downloads and video downloads.
But I
and all
mean, that
stuff,
had to kill you. You saved so much money. You saved every penny you made.
Turn the garage into a recording studio.
Then
you start to believe your own myths. I spent money.
But you quit the show. And then you had to give up half your money.
No, I gave up half my money after I lost everything in the tech crash. so I got cut in half about 3 times.
Jackie, so you had to be saying to yourself, I shouldn't have left the show.
No, but
Really?
Howard.
Wow.
You know, for 5 years I've been believe it or not, I quit drinking 5 years. I haven't had a drink.
Hey, you really aren't drinking even now?
I haven't had a drink in 5 years. And
no wonder you look miserable.
I still smoke a little pot.
Right.
And I'm a happy camper.
That's it. Okay.
I wish I was 30, but everybody wishes they were 30.
Let everyone say hello to you. Dominic Barber, you're on the air.
First of all, Jackie, of course, made up the name Bloated Attorney when I was big and fat.
Right.
In all fairness, that might have been Fred. Fred?
Could be. Who knows?
We're like Lennon and McCartney. We didn't know who wrote what.
He earned the title.
You did, Dominic.
Well, not anymore. I'm thinner than you, Jackie. But 2 things I wanted to ask you.
One more less wife than me, right?
Yeah, he's been divorced Dominic just got divorced again.
That's 3 less wives.
They come and go like Twinkies, and Dominic.
I want to ask Jackie 2 questions. One, did you pay Rodney Dangerfield's widow what the joke showed?
I told her I cannot pay a lump sum. I have to do it monthly. I send her monthly check.
What's your other question, Dominic?
Does he remember the flood in his basement?
That was some of the favorite moments when Jackie's house got flooded.
You know, I was always really nice to Dominic, and I thought he came over and he was so sweet and so understanding, and then called up and made fun of the fact that we had a flood, and it was, and now it's very funny.
Yes.
But at the time, it was like, what a betrayal. Oh.
Let's say hi to Beth. Beth, go ahead. You're on the air.
Oh, Jackie, I have loved you for 15 years. We used to go to Club Benet to see you. And I would leave my husband and my kids in a heartbeat for you. When I heard you were divorced, I was dialing that phone so fast.
Oh.
Really?
For 2 seconds, I thought that was your bathroom. I thought you were saying
She's dumping me for you.
No.
Are you getting laid a lot? Seriously?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, but I still want to go on that date that you promised me. You said you're going to fix me up with Beth's friend, and we're going to go have fun.
Is that true?
Didn't you tell me that she had a beautiful friend 5 years ago?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe I do. I don't know. I'm trying to think who it is.
Find me a friend.
Well, after a show at Club Benet, my friends and I waited, and Jackie took pictures with us.
Oh, wow.
And well, wait, you took the picture.
But what else did he have to do?
Yeah.
Well, wait, he took a picture, and when they took the picture, the 3 of us were in the picture with him, and he bit my chest, and I freaked out and was screaming the whole way home, and no one knew why till we got the pictures developed.
Yeah, I think Jackie was responsible for more sexual harassment than any person on the planet, quite frankly.
I don't know whether you're bragging or complaining, but thank you very much for coming to the show.
I loved it. Thank you. I love you very much.
At least you didn't get a finger up anywhere. I have.
You know, can I tell you?
Oh, I forgot that one. Thank you, honey.
Yeah,
I appreciate the call.
There was another great moment.
A classic moment.
Where Jackie just couldn't behave himself. You know, Tom had to set up this whole sexual harassment talk. And we all had to go to the conference room. And Tom said, he specifically pulled me to the side. He said, please talk to Jackie and Fred. Very serious. I'm in charge of the place. The sales guys, don't make a mockery of this.
Yeah, right.
And there's 40 people sitting around a conference room with a TV. And when Tom walks in, tapes in the TV is a giant penis. A picture of a giant penis.
That was a show. If there was a camera, Fred, do you remember that?
At the sexual harassment, yes, at the sexual harassment meeting, there was a giant penis there. And Tom was just so angry.
There had just been a suit in the company. You know, something happened. So now we're all getting the messages. You got to show the tape. It's got to be serious.
So all the men and women from the company are sitting there waiting for the... And he hangs a penis up. Let's go to some favorite Jackie moments as we are coming in. It's great. In fact, is it true you sponsored Jackie's appearance?
Yes.
It is sponsored by Havoc. How did this happen?
What's that mean?
I'll tell you exactly how it happened.
Means we needed to get a plug-in.
I'll tell you, here's what happened.
Yeah.
No, nothing personal to Jackie. We were supposed to have Mike Tyson in yesterday.
Right.
That was what we were working on. So I went to Tom a week ago,
yeah.
And I said I might need some money to get Mike Tyson in. So they got Mike Tyson's appearance sponsored. Mike Tyson's management is less than together, let's say. So they the last second they decided not to come in. So we'd already sold the sponsorship, so we just...
So now Jackie is sponsored.
No,
Exactly.
What happened? Last week you were supposed to do the last Mike Walker game. Havoc was supposed to be the sponsor of that. We didn't do it, so we had to find a way to make it up. So thank you, Jackie.
All right, so here it is.
Finally got something out of you.
Havoc, the gritty and sexually provocative film starring Anne Hathaway, available now on DVD.
Wait, at least tell me the name of the movie. So
We just did.
What is it?
Havoc.
Do I get a copy of the movie, Tom?
I'll make sure you get a copy.
Howard, that's the one we showed you the naked pictures of Anne Hathaway. That's
very good.
Princess Diaries.
Because we're running out of time, I just want to say a couple of things. First of all, a couple of favorite Jackie moments that we wanted to play. This is Jackie apologizing to his wife.
How did I know? How did I know we're going to... I even want to hear this.
Jackie, of course, being a married man, we went away to...
Pennsylvania, I think.
Philadelphia.
And Jessica Hahn was there. And I guess we had all gotten into a bathtub with Jessica Hahn.
You remember that night.
That's right. And we talked about it on the air. Nancy was livid. And she made Jackie come on the air and apologize.
There's so much more to it than that.
But that's not true.
On the bus ride home, you guys, being goofy, took Jessica's wet nightgown and put it in Jackie's luggage.
Yeah. I did that.
Hold on, but nobody knows that.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with it.
Oh, really?
So
Jackie got home. He found the wet lingerie in there.
I laughed.
And you know what he did with it?
You did?
Because that was it.
Jackie...
Let me tell a story, because the actual story is funny. The truth of it is that we were leaving the next day to go to Paris, where her sister was getting married. We were going to Venice. We had a European vacation planned. It was a big deal. We were going on. It was like the last day before vacation when we went to Philadelphia for the funeral.
Right.
And you and me got in a tub with Jessica Hahn, and I left my pants on because I thought there's no foul if I got not just my underwear, I had my pants on. So we got in, me and you and her. Next morning, you made it sound like it was a full-scale orgy.
Right.
You know, meanwhile, we were in there for about 2 minutes, and it was so stupid and non-sexual, but it was really fun.
Right.
I was drunk. We were all crazy. So you made it sound like an orgy, so she's out of her mind. When I got home, it's a miracle she didn't kill me, okay? Then she stormed out of the house and left, and I was like, I didn't know what to do. I thought I had covered myself by leaving my pants on. I thought I was fine. And then I opened up my suitcase and saw the pink. If Nancy had been there when I opened that up, I would be dead.
Yeah, that's what we were planning on.
What'd you do with it?
I went out back and threw it over the fence, but I was laughing.
Threw it away over the fence.
So, meanwhile, I called my therapist and said, what am I going to do? She doesn't want to go to Europe. And the therapist said, do whatever you can to get her on the plane, because once you're on the plane, it'll be forgotten.
Didn't even know there was a therapist involved.
So she never said to me, do it. I came in and I figured this was the only thing I could do and said to you, give me the mic. So that was my own...
This was your own thing. All right, let's go back. Here's Jackie.
Poor Nancy got the rap, like, you better go in there and... She didn't even know I was going to do it.
601, Jackie Martling grabs the microphone.
Give me the mic. Hail Mary pass.
There it is.
I just want to apologize to my wife, Nancy, for the Jessica Hahn bathtub incident. It's stupid, and I'll never do anything like that again, and I love you, and I'm very sorry. And I'm very sincere, and please don't make a mockery of this. I'm serious. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bring the show down. I just wanted to apologize. She's very upset.
Thank you. Kill me that he had to do it on the air.
I'm done, Howard.
But you know what was
Meanwhile,
really funny? The first part, wait a minute, but the first part of that is cut off because you started to start the show the way you normally would, and he cut you off and took over the show.
You know what the best part of it is, by the way? There's a long pause, and he goes, she's very upset.
But the truth of it is, it worked. We went to Europe, and it was fantastic. And that was the only time I ever did. There was one other time I did that.
Yes.
One other time I did that was when I said, give me the microphone. And I said, my jetty floated away. And you guys made fun of me, right? And they found it in 5 minutes.
He lives on the beach. He had a dumb piece of wood that drove me crazy.
It was a piece of scramble.
Dominic and I conspired. We were going to steal it. We had a boat, and we were going to go out there with an anchor and a whole thing and steal his jetty and take it away.
When I heard about that, I was so mad, but now... it would have been so great.
Would have been the best.
It would have been classic.
But Jackie loved to drink so much that Jackie would throw parties. Jackie figured out a way to have a party every year, just drinking and painting that stupid thing.
Yeah, there was a million Jackie stories. Steve, go ahead. You've got the last word.
Hey, fellas, this is like Ringo, Paul, and John getting back together. I'm telling you, listen to you guys for 20 years and just hearing you together again, it's like It's like the family is together once and for all.
Well, it's appropriate on this second-to-last show to have Jackie here, and I'm glad he agreed to come in. And
thank you for having me, man.
All the different songs that we remember you by, this.
Oh, and...
Oh, this is classic.
Trying to get him to do this.
Jackie's musical career.
With the long intro.
Yeah. You thought he was Arlo Guthrie.
You think something important's coming up.
Something important is coming up, Quivers.
When?
Bunch of years ago, I lost count of a lot of things, but I think it was about 5 years ago. I was living in a house in Michigan. I was sitting alone one time in my living room or dining room. It was all the same, and I decided I was going to be a songwriter. Well, at the time, I hadn't written any songs.
I can hear the radios clicking off.
If you haven't written any songs.
How about this? This is when Jackie has said that this is what caused a major rift between him and Robin. When Jackie came on the air and started reading from your book.
Let me just say, of everything that happened in 15 years, the two biggest highlights in my mind were, one, the song I sang to her, that Frank Sinatra song that time. After Frank Sinatra died, I got inspired and wrote an entire song about, I don't know what you're allowed to say, about anal sex, about Robin, and sang the whole thing, and you cut me off halfway, and I stood up and finished the song anyway. It's the funniest thing I ever did on the show. And then reading from that book, I still have people coming up to me, ooh, the legs that went on and on.
Here's Jackie reading from Robin's book one last time.
All right, Jackie, which selection will you be doing?
I'll be reading a selection, Howard, from chapter 6, titled The Two Jameses.
All right.
And this is about Robin, who says that she almost never had a date, but then explains the date that she did happen to take.
Okay, let's hear it.
In a totally uncharacteristic moment of weakness during my last year of high school, I'd agreed to let my father fix me up with a date for the senior dance. He was some guy who worked with my father at the steel mill. I should have known better. But my objective was to go to the dance, not find true love. It's a good thing, too, because the boy turned out to be a complete cretin. I can honestly say that there wasn't one thing I liked about him. He was an ugly, semi-literate hulk, totally devoid.
Did that drive you crazy, Robin? No. Jackie thought it did.
People still, in fact, Ralph is one of the people who does that imitation of me all the time. Whenever he sees me.
King of all Jackie haters is on the phone.
It had to happen.
Go ahead.
Of course it did. First of all, congratulations, Howard. I'm not saying goodbye to you. I know you're going to soar well above that satellite that transmits you. That's number one.
Thank you.
Number two, you fat bastard. Let me just tell you something. I came in the studio. I was on the phone hundreds of times saying you were talentless, and you had no clue what you were doing. And I knew that the show made you what you were. When you left, you became nothing again. Please allow me to be the last person on terrestrial radio to say, F Jackie.
Wow. Well, Jackie, you had your lovers and your haters, as we all know.
And I accept it all.
That's right. And let's go to... let's take one last call.
Wait, let me say one thing.
Yes.
Just so I can say that I said it here when it happens. There is now Jokeland Industries. Okay.
Oh, that's a big announcement.
And they have a sweatshop where people are cranking out these products.
Me and my partner, Louis Rosalia, have Jokeland Industries. A subsidiary of Jokeland Industries is Jokeland Films. Oh. And we have a film. Tom Ellis wrote it. It's called Lucky, and we're making a movie, and it's going to be great. And I know you guys...
What's the budget on it?
3 teeth. No, it's, we don't know yet.
Is it going to be...
It's one of those things, the budget's going to be however much we raise, but it's going to be a great movie, honestly. And
well, who wrote this movie?
This guy, Tom Ellis, and he's very talented.
And you are the star of it, Jackie?
No, I am not. I'm smarter than that. But I'm taking acting classes because I'm only 57, and I have a small role in it. And it's going to be great, and I just wanted to say it here so I could say, I told you so.
Well, they're good for you, Jack.
Yeah, we're in the
Sounds like you're on the
thing that's going to make him.
Imagine it becomes the biggest movie of the year.
And I got to say one more thing.
Go ahead.
Paul Bernard.
Actually.
Yes.
Heartfelt.
One other important thing the police want you to know, no camping out overnight, meaning you'll come and they'll give you a bracelet, you come back, be right up front. But you can't camp out.
And the other thing is we do have to, if there is a strike.
No gathering.
Yeah, I mean.
All right, okay. So anyway, thank you, Tom. Jackie, you know what? There's not enough time to go over all
I have
this.
to say one more thing.
He has to say one more thing.
I'm
Go
looking
ahead.
at Gary, and this is a long time ago, like 20 years ago when we first started at the other building. I don't know if you and Fred remember, but it was way in the beginning, and there was a point where he would come in and talk to you, or he'd lean over my mic or Fred's mic to talk to you, and he would leave the room. We'd go to commercial, and me and Fred would have honest discussions. Somebody has to tell him about his breath. Do you remember that? And finally, we had to have the intervention and tell him.
Who did it?
I think. Oh, yeah.
You did on the air.
I could never tell someone that in their real life.
They recruited somebody else to tell him.
No, you guys always tell me on.
No, that was back in Washington.
That was the guy with body odor. I'm the guy with bad breath.
Right. Well, we're still trying to tell him.
Howard, before you wrap, I just have one more thing I want to say about Jackie. That it's great to see him back in here. And the thing that I'll always remember, especially when we go back and listen to Best Of, and obviously we won't be doing it much longer, is Jackie always laughed the hardest when you were delivering his lines.
Yes.
Oh,
That's how you always knew.
You absolutely
Jackie
did.
denies that. He says,
you know why I deny that? Because if Fred wrote something really funny or Ben just something, I laughed by how hard something was. There was many times I went home and Nancy would say, the funniest thing you wrote today was blah blah blah, and I go, that was Fred. That wasn't me. She said, well, you laughed so
Jackie,
hard.
you would laugh hard at other people's jokes when they were funny, but you would laugh hard at your jokes whether they were funny or not.
Let's go to Tony. Go ahead, Tony. You're on the air.
Hey, guys. Hey, F. Timmy, man.
F. Timmy, right. Timmy the cat, yeah.
Hey, you know what? This is fantastic listening to you guys. And one of the questions that I have is, any chance of him going over?
What, Jackie over at...
Yeah.
There's a full house here. People ask me that, and I tell them there's already a shortstop. You got Derek Jeter, you got Artie there. You don't need another shortstop. I understand.
Jackie says he can't get up.
Jackie can't get up in the morning. Artie has no problem getting up in the morning.
I'll be there to wave when they come out of the building.
It was, you know what? I'll tell you what. It was a tough transition. Everyone was used to hearing Jackie on the show, and I know when Artie first started, it was a tough transition. They were used to the sound of the show with Jackie there and all that stuff. And Artie, you've done tremendously well on this show. You're an awesome entertainer.
Can I say something about
it was big shoes to fill. Jackie was a very important player on this show. It was not an easy job for Artie.
It was. Yeah, and guys, don't get me wrong. I love Artie. He's been fantastic, like you said, and it's just great to hear everybody together.
It is great. It is great. I feel good that this has happened.
Oh, this is so much fun.
It is.
Really
I'll tell you something, though. It's funny. Jackie could party when he could party like nobody's business, but Artie is 10 times the partier that you ever were, and has never missed a day, and has never been a minute late.
Wait a second. Now, in all fairness to me, I didn't miss a lot of days.
Wait 1 second, Gary. Remember the time we were in L.A., and we were knocking on his door? One time we were going to go do a show, I guess, the Hollywood Roosevelt.
That's right. I remember that.
We couldn't get him up.
We could not get him up.
But that didn't happen a real lot of times.
My favorite one more than you remember.
I remember. I didn't get my wake-up
We knocked on the door. We pounded on the door. I don't know how many times we called the room. We finally had to have someone go up with a key and let him out.
You thought he was dead.
And you and Robin were coming down. We going like, oh crap.
Here's what I
remember.
I remember that Jackie was trying to lose weight desperately, and he was on Nutrisystem, which was our sponsor at the time.
Oh,
and he was... Nutrisystem would give you these little meals, and he would lick these meals with his finger.
Oh, man.
But he was losing weight. Well, we went to, I think it was Vegas, and I knock on Jackie's door. I find Jackie passed out in his room naked with his legs spread. He's on his back, on his big belly, is a giant tray of food. Shrimp,
French onion soup,
French onion soup with cheese and bread.
The same trip.
And he was naked and everything was hanging out.
Everywhere.
Food everywhere. And I went, what did you do? He goes, I don't care. He goes, I'm in Vegas.
Jackie would get these challenges from Nutrisystem.
Yeah.
And he'd come in here whenever his weigh-in day was.
Yeah.
And he'd, jump on the scale or whatever, and he had to make a certain amount of weight, and he'd get all this money. Remember, he was always working at
Gary and I were there was a time when I had to go to 180.
Yeah.
And we were going on vacation for 2 weeks.
Right.
And I knew there was no way I was going to be on a diet during vacation. And the morning of the weigh-in, honest to God, I was on my side on my kitchen floor, and I swear to you, I gave myself 2 enemas.
Yes.
Put on a silk shirt and silk pants, and came in, and that needle, ask Gary, that needle was on 180 exactly, and I got my 10 grand, and we went.
We had some great times together, brother.
I love it.
And you're a true pal. And
well, we get to go out to dinner still.
We will go out to dinner.
Howard, can I just say something real quick, too? Because I grew up listening to the show as a teenager. And me and all my buddies went to go see Jackie about 10 times at Rascals in West Orange, New Jersey.
Oh, that's very nice.
And
we
didn't say he liked it.
No. I'm going to say we laughed our asses off every time. Every time he killed, he brought my cousin up on stage once, this girl, to do a Stump the Joke Man, and he abused her, and we all laughed like crazy. And it's an honor to sit in the chair you made famous, Jackie.
Oh, thanks, Artie.
I love
that's
you.
Very nice.
I'm a big
Thank
fan.
You. Thank you.
Yeah, and, this is an emotional time for us. We've put in a lot of time here on the show, and Jackie, huge part of the show.
And it was great. I got to tell you, I loved every second of it. Every second.
And I can't
Except up until Wednesday.
I can't even tell you how many contributions he made. There's too many.
I know. We could go on and on and on
with
all of the Jackie stories.
Fortunately, Jackie has a list of every contribution.
Yeah. Yes, I have it right here.
By the way, when you left, you forgot your briefcase with all your jokes. We still have it. Give it to Jackie.
You're kidding.
No, we've been holding it for 5 years.
That's right. It was under the desk here, Jackie.
Artie's been holding on to it.
I didn't know what that thing was.
Isn't it locked closed or something?
No.
It was never locked.
I'll sell it on eBay.
Benji, here's your money.
There's finger cuts and jokes in there.
Right.
Oh, I remember the finger cuts.
There's too many memories, and I don't know how to end it, but other than say thank you for coming in.
The 10-nail syndrome.
Yeah.
20-nail syndrome.
Whatever it was.
Final plug.
I have one request.
Go ahead.
Can I get my picture taken with you?
All right, we're going to do it.
That would be fair.
Jackie's Joke Master Jr. 1 and 2 available at all Bed Bath & Beyond stores. Jackie's Dirty Joke Machine available at all Spencer gift stores. And see Jackie this Tuesday at Ferrara's in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Go say hi to the Joke Man. For more information, go to jokeland.com. We got to take a break.
Thanks, man.
A lot of people
I'm so glad I came in.
Glad you came in, too.
Thanks, Gary.
Jackie, let's do it again in 2011.
I'll be here.
We'll be
2011.
Why not?
I'll be here.
And thank you, Jackie.
Thank you, man.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
But particularly after Jason Ellis here.
Jason Ellis.
Jason Ellis, yes. So you have masturbated thinking about Jason Ellis?
I have.
Wow.
Good for you. All right.
Well, having had that tactile experience.
Do you ever masturbate?
You can ruin a person's life, can't you?
Do you ever masturbate?
I have to go home after this.
Do you ever think about Tony Bennett?
Yes, I do, but not when I'm masturbating. I just, I love his music. I love his voice.
Yes, Gary.
Have you ever done it to anybody on the show?
What?
Have you ever masturbated to anybody on the show, like Howard or Fred or Benji or Artie or me or Will?
My wife.
Oh, he's laughing.
Oh, wow. Well,
Let's
who was
hear
it?
this.
Well, no. You think I'll
not
fess that up here?
You have.
You're turning red, George. Come on.
What about?
No, it's the son, the Italian son.
Did you ever beat off to Will?
That's a yes.
You did?
I haven't said a thing.
No, seriously, have you beaten off to Will?
Well, he's got a new son, I hear.
Right.
Congratulations to him.
But did you ever beat off to his image? I know a lot of guys.
And incidentally, the Italian son is very warming, but it's a very hot.
Very good. All right.
What
listen.
about Jared? I bet you.
Do you know Jared?
The sun just got redder on his face.
He's on the sun.
George, is there anyone you don't masturbate to? All right, let me take a break. We'll talk to Tony about it.
Thank you.
Right
Thank
after
you.
these words.
Interesting revelation on the show today.
What's that?
Well, it didn't fully come out, but it was implied that George has fantasized about you.
Masturbated. Yes. Stroked himself.
I didn't know where that
to me.
I imagine this is an honor and not something to be disgusted about.
A little bit of both, I would say.
Well, I could see if one of us said it to you.
What?
One of your peers, if one of us admitted that to you, I could see you being disgusted. But George is a celebrity, a legend.
It's like, Fred's brother-in-law.
I guess.
A man who appreciates handsome men. So how could you not take this as a compliment?
It's still creepy thinking about him rubbing himself, fantasizing about sticking his dick in my ass.
During one of the
face fucking me, whatever he was doing in his dream.
That's what I was going to get to, because you mentioned the Howard earlier. I wonder what's going on in these fantasies. What am I doing? You've had some time to think about that. What do you think your role is in these fantasies? What do you see yourself doing, wearing?
Well, I see, George just stayed back and the show has ended. George just stayed back in the studio to, gather his things. I come into the studio to help organize my notes and get everything ready, prepped for the next day. And I'm working over the Howard's console. And I don't see George in there. Maybe George is behind where he usually sits. And all of a sudden, I feel my pants dropping from behind me. And then he takes me from behind. And I bleed all over the studio.
George, you were really hitting it off with Tony Bennett.
Then he grabs me by the hair, pushes me on the floor, and shoots a load all over my face. And forces me to eat it. Not that I thought about this at all before. Not that I have any desire for this to happen. I just creep myself out.
You just creep me out. I'm sorry I asked this question.
It's like when they...
George.
Yes.
About your relationship with Mr. Bill Shatner. Will there ever be a détente in this this very chaotic situation?
Well, it takes two to tango.
Right.
And I'm ready to tango. But he always keeps popping up with one new issue after another, which, gets him attention. I mean, we sent him an invitation to our wedding, but he had a need to have some kind of issue to attract the media's attention. So he claims that he never got an invitation, and he rants and raves and calls me all sorts of names about it, And so I said, when the press gave me, we did send him an invitation, and his ranting and raving is just amusing to us. Everybody else came, and he could have come too, but then he goes on, again, he had something else happening. And he says that he's found that I have a psychosis and I should see a psychiatrist, and that gets him a lot of attention. I am a professional. I can work with everybody. I've worked with a lot of divas, male and female.
So you keep extending that olive branch, and he keeps slapping you in the face.
Well, if he extends an olive branch, I will certainly accept it. But it takes really two to tango.
Right. And you've certainly tried. You've certainly tried to extend the olive branch, and he just keeps slapping it away, and there's only so much you can do.
Well, if he keeps slapping, I know how to slap back too, and so I respond in kind when the moment is appropriate. But no, I have no problems with him. I know what he's like, and I can work with him professionally. I'm, certainly not going to have him as one of my best friends, but
we're back, George.
Oh, we are. I got to go.
Yo, what's up, Jonah?
What's up, man?
How are you, man?
Oh, man, I'm so excited to be here.
You're a big fan.
Every day, all day, every day, listen. All day, man.
So you even know guys like Ronnie?
I know who you are, dude. What? Put it that way. Yeah, when Ronnie came to let me in, I was like, Ronnie, you're more driver. Yeah, I mean, and this is, am I going in here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, this is crazy. This is the absolute pinnacle of my career. I can't believe I'm here right now.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I asked for, like in my movie contract, is like as far as like just a personal thing, is a car that has Sirius XM, so in between takes I can listen to Howard.
That's awesome.
And I have it on set, so I literally run. When they yell cut, I go in the car and listen to Howard, and no one.
And you just catch the replay at different points throughout.
And I just hear different chunks of the show, and I'll listen to like the intern show and all the like the after show and everything, like the fan roundtable and everything like that.
So you even go to like Howard 101 and
you're
all over that.
I'm like, I'm a true Howard enthusiast. Yeah,
that's really cool.
And everybody, I mean, I just like, I don't know. It's like hanging out with a group of really funny people, but you don't have to contribute at all to the conversation.
Right.
You know?
Like hearing your friends get ripped on, but you don't have to do the riffing yourself.
Yeah, you know, or no one's making fun of you except for, I guess, today maybe, if I go in there.
No, I think Howard digs you, man.
Oh, man.
I definitely think it's mutual.
This is really, really exciting. Out of all the shit I've ever done, this is my favorite. I mean, this is like the thing I woke up excited, like, let's go. I'm so excited. I mean, it's real early.
For you, it's probably like 4 a.m. So.
Yeah, I'm from LA. Yeah,
right.
So it's early, but we've actually been traveling around the country and stuff. But yeah, dude, this is crazy. This is so bananas. Like, I can't believe I'm here.
Well, we're psyched to have you too, man.
Yeah. It's cool. Yeah.
So Moneyball's the new movie.
Yeah.
But I imagine you know the show so well. You're not going to just talk about Moneyball. You're going to talk about your life, Brad Pitt, everything, the whole deal.
I imagine it's going to be a lot of stuff that does not have to do with me promoting a movie. But that's cool. That's why you come on this show. You don't come on and do some boring standard interview, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll see you in a minute.
Right. Thanks a lot.
All right, Jonah Hill just got here, so I'm going to go in and prep Howard. He's got some wild stories. Dustin Hoffman's the one that discovered him. He used to do these poetry readings, like kind of tooling on poetry readings at this bar in the Village. And Dustin Hoffman saw him and put him in a movie.
I think he was friends with Dustin Hoffman's kid.
That's right. Mm-hmm. He's passed on some great movies. I know when Seth Rogen was here, he said he passed on a role in Transformers. Mm-hmm. He helped write Bruno. His father was the tour accountant and business manager of Guns N' Roses, and his brother manages Maroon 5 now. He doesn't like Perez Hilton because he makes fun of him.
Okay.
That's it.
Real quick, let's hear from John Lieberman, and then we'll talk to Jonah Hill, who's in a new movie with Brad Pitt. Let's go to
Brad
John
Pitt's
Lieberman.
not coming?
No, Brad Pitt wasn't available. Jonah is, though. Don't tell me you're disappointed.
Well...
John Lieberman was hired.
Jonah's coming in, not John Lieberman.
All right, no John Lieberman. All right,
yeah,
come on in, John. I called. That's all right, Gary. You're right on top of things as usual. Hey, man, look at the new you.
Yeah, look at you. Where are you?
Look at you, man.
Hi there.
Hey, Robin, what's up? George Takei's here. Hey, this is
Takei.
What's up, Takei? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh man, this is really great.
You got me my worst. I got a neck pain. I can hardly move my head.
Would you like a massage?
Yeah, can you fix it? I mean, do you know anything about that?
I went to massage therapy school for
Did
quite
you?
No, I did not.
It's a good story, though.
It would have been. I would have been able to help you.
So, you know, this is weird. I was reading notes on you, and I think you've had a pretty spectacular career so far. How old are you now?
27.
27, and you got discovered by Dustin Hoffman?
Yes, that is correct.
That's pretty amazing. Like, you went to a poetry reading, which you'd think would be pretty lame and no one would discover you, but you went up.
You do poetry.
Well, it's a little more complex. I do not do poetry, no.
Well, you're a writer.
I'm a writer, yeah. I came up as a writer, and I learned how to be an actor because I was, like, very bad at talking to actors.
Right.
And so they said, you should take an acting class to learn how to speak to actors.
Right.
So, and that's where I loved I fell in love with acting through taking that class to become a better writer and actor. And it's not as simple as, like, I walked in the bar and Dustin Hoffman was there, like, having a glass of brandy and was like, you kid, get out to L.A.
Well,
Like,
Dustin Hoffman was there because Dustin Hoffman's kids...
I'm friends with his kids.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he saw you performing poetry at the Poetry Read.
Well, they saw that, and that's how they thought I was really funny. But what I did for him was actually way funnier. Was I used to make these prank phone calls.
Yeah.
And he used to have me make these prank phone calls for him and call, like, other famous people and stuff like that.
Like, who did you call?
We called this one guy who owned all these hotels, like some super rich dude, and I pretended to be another guy who owned hotels and started talking shit to him. And he loved it. He thought it was so funny, so I made him this CD.
Where would you do this? Would you do this at Dustin's apartment? They make the funny phone calls, or would you do them?
Yeah, their house. Their family's, like, phenomenal.
So you would go over to Dustin's house. You'd say, hey, Jonah, I love your phony phone calls.
You go, call this person, call this person.
And he'd sit there.
I'd go in the other room. They'd all be in speaker in another room, and I'd be by myself. And prank phone calls, everyone jokes around. You guys, you know, I've heard.
We love them.
But to me, it's the best improvisational exercise you could ever have. It's the most you could ever be in character. It sounds silly.
Right.
But you really are playing a character, and you really are thinking on your toes more than you ever would in a scene.
Right. It's just amazing to me that Dustin Hoffman had a list of people he wanted you to do this to. And would they be vicious?
Dustin bored?
Would they be vicious?
I'll tell you a really funny story,
All
man.
right.
And this is funny because now I'm friends with Tobey Maguire.
Right. Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah.
Right.
He's a really cool guy. But I obviously didn't know him when I was like starting out, and he was this big famous guy. So my biggest prank phone call I used to do that Dustin loved, everyone, all my friends really loved was, and this was before Crank Yankers, so I think they did something similar. Not that they ripped off some 17-year-old kid that they never met.
Just a coincidence.
It was just a coincidence.
Right.
But the idea was you call and pretend to be a celebrity's assistant.
Right.
Okay? And to me, this is the funniest fucking thing you could ever do because people are nuts, and all they want to do is please celebrities. They don't care about anything in the entire world. So during Oscar season is when all the celebrities rush to L.A. and all the hotels are booked up. So I called this, like, really small hotel that would never have a celebrity, like a Roach Motel in Santa Monica. And I tell them I'm Tobey Maguire's assistant. I'm 17 years old, and I recorded it. I have the recording and everything.
Right.
And so
you had the gift of gab, and also you had the ability to speak like an adult, right? Because that's how you have to pull these things off.
Yeah, you have to sound like you know what you're talking about. And that was originally how I knew I wanted to be a writer, because, like, people were like, man, that's funny. You can call the Domino's guy and keep him on the phone for 45 minutes.
and make it interesting.
And make a character, you know?
Right.
So I call and pretend to be Toby's assistant. And I go, hey, I'm an assistant to a pretty big celebrity, and it's Oscar season. Everywhere's booked. We can't get anywhere. Toby would love to. He's chosen your hotel.
Right.
And the guy, it's also like midnight on like a Tuesday. And the guy behind the counter is like, that's crazy. Okay, yes, that sounds great. And I'm like, whoa, slow down. Toby has some requests, okay? Right. And he's like, well, like what? And I'm like, first of all, he needs like a pretty large-sized aquatic tank assembled within the room. And the guy's like, okay. And he's like, why? And basically, kept on for 50 minutes and basically explaining that Toby travels around with a baby seal everywhere. And the guy's like, and I'm like, what about the irrigation tubes? Like, how can we empty out the valves and everything? And the guy's like, I mean, we've never had a seal here before, but whatever Toby wants. And then it evolved, and me being dumb and 17 evolved to, like, Toby likes to take jogs at, like, really late at night with, like, a pack of young children following him, like the Pied Piper. And so the guy's like, sure, whatever you want. And the funny part is, a guy I know, at that time played it for Toby, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And now we're friends, so it's all good. But
So Toby was pissed because now it's his name out there with you going around doing this shit, right?
Somebody thinks he likes to run with children.
Some idiot 17-year-old.
Yeah, but now
Dustin would hear these, so you would be doing these in his home, and Dustin would sit there and be entertained by you for hours. I mean, and it's the great Dustin Hoffman, so you
yeah,
probably...
but I don't want to sound opportunistic. That's kind of my fear is like when you tell the story, it's like I truly am like great friends with his kids. I was with one of them last night. I grew up with them, so it's like it wasn't opportunistic in any way. I was just hanging out with them, and the parents are great, and they were around, so they were like,
and you probably
do this funny thing, like make us laugh.
Like I used to make phony phone calls, and my father, if he caught us, he would just beat the shit out of me. Like he was not going to be entertained.
I got in quite a bit of trouble. Yeah, it wasn't like
because I can't imagine. Like Dustin Hoffman was so cool. He was like, "Hey, yeah, I want to hear you guys making funny." You know, I used to make phony phone calls for a living, doing them on the radio. And then when I caught my kids making phony phone calls, I didn't know whether to yell at them or praise them.
It's pretty hard to ground them.
Yeah, they were. It was crazy. I think one time they like called Dial Mattress. I go, "That's my sponsor. You can't do that."
They found out Howard Stern's children.
So like I'm yelling at them for something I do on the radio. So it was kind of confusing. So how does that work into a job? So Dustin Hoffman thinks you're a killer. You're great.
Yeah, he just goes. He's like, you should pursue acting.
Wow.
And I'm like, you know, I wanted to write for The Simpsons. That was kind of like where my head was.
That was the goal.
Yeah, that was the ultimate thing I could have done with my life.
Right.
And he was like, you should be an actor. You're really gifted. And I was like, just took it as a compliment, whatever. You know, it was like, thanks. You know, you're the greatest, possibly the greatest actor ever. Right. To hear you say that is very encouraging.
Right, and he wasn't being just sort of blowing you off. He was like, he was sincere.
Well, he said it, but I was never going to be like, well, what do I do or anything. Like, honestly, like, I really need to stress you don't want to be opportunistic in scenarios like I'm friends with his kid's friendship was my.
Was it hard for you to make friends as a kid because you were an overweight kid, or were you a popular guy because you were so witty and funny?
No, I was really popular.
You were really popular.
Yeah, I had a great time.
But you weren't getting pussy in high school, were you?
I lost weight. I got kind of handsome in high school for a while, and I had a girlfriend and stuff.
Oh, so you got laid?
Well, that's a great story if you want to get into that.
Sure. Did you get laid in high school?
This is a fantastic story. No, I lost my virginity my first night my parents dropped me off at college. But I'll go into why I didn't lose my virginity in high school, which is a very funny story. So I was always popular. There was a period in middle school where I was really angry that all my friends started to get a lot of girls.
Right.
And I didn't because
somehow I know that feeling.
Yeah,
yeah,
you know,
right.
But mine, I've never been an angry guy, but it manifested in anger.
Right.
And so I was a kind of a dick for like a couple years, and then I got past it, and then I got kind of handsome in high school. And girls started to like me, and I got this really cute girlfriend. I was really psyched.
Right.
And
you're like, wow, I'm happening here.
I was like, this is cool, you know, because
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles,
yeah, right in the middle of the city. So, so we had this plan that we're gonna like have sex on prom night, you know, like a John Hughes movie or something.
Right.
You know? I wanted because I'm a huge girl and I wanted it to be special, and so we made this plan to do that.
Go to the prom and then bang at the hotel, or
well, bang, yeah. You know,
make love.
Make love.
Right. Make love in the car.
George,
maybe?
Can you say make love?
Make love.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we go and I get like blackout hammered with my friends, like real drunk. Yeah. And we go back to my room, and I threw up into her mouth while we were
That's
and
disgusting.
she slept. So not only did I not have sex, but she slept with my friend's girlfriend, like in their room, so it cock-blocked him as well.
Oh, God.
And then my losing my virginity story is crazy.
Well, why couldn't it happen the next day?
I can't even be here for 4 minutes without divulging every piece of information.
Yeah, but why didn't you bang her like the next day?
She was sleeping in another room.
Honestly, just we lived with our parents. parents. Like, it was like...
It was prom night or no night?
No, it was not even that. It just, circumstantially, it never, like, came to fruition.
How far did you get with her? Did she give you a hand job?
Yeah.
Oh, she did? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you'd had a hand job?
Come on, Howard.
All right. Oh, hey, listen, I don't know what your story is. We're just trying to feel each other out.
Trying to see what the kids were doing back
That's
then.
right. Yeah, sure. What are you kids up to? So you go to college. The first night at college you get laid?
Yeah.
Look at you. What college did you go to?
Well, I went to Boulder for one semester. I wouldn't call it going to college.
Boulder's not a college, is it?
Honestly, it's just like a drug and snowboarding factory.
Were you a bad student? Is that why you had to go to Boulder?
Well, no, I was so man, I'll tell you, during this angry, fucked up period during like 7th, 8th, 9th grade, I went to this school that I didn't really like very much.
Right.
And I was going through a hard time personally with like my mom was sick or whatever.
Right.
And
she die?
No, she's alive.
Oh,
She's all healthy, thank God. And I was like bummed that I wasn't getting any girls, and I was a dick.
Right.
And so I did really poorly in school. And then I went to this other school, made all my best friends, got straight A's.
Right.
But my 9th grade grades were literally F's.
Right.
So I got like A's and then all F's. And it all factored together to like a 3.0 as opposed to like a 4.0.
So for you, it's Boulder.
So I get into Boulder. All my friends are going to like fucking Georgetown and shit. And I'm going to Boulder.
It's embarrassing.
And I get there. I'll get to the good stuff. Don't worry. So I get there. My parents are there. It's the first night. Like, my parents aren't leaving for like 3 days.
Right. They're going to hang out. They really are into you.
Yeah, my parents like me a lot.
Right.
We're real tight.
They're going to college with you.
Yeah. And I remember I smoked cigarettes at this point. And I really didn't want to go to Boulder. And I was like, you guys are making me go to college. I just want to write comedy. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, this rebellious thing. And they were like, you're going to college, blah, blah, blah. And I go, and my parents, I like secretly smoked cigarettes.
Right.
And I was like, well, guess what? I fucking pulled out a cigarette at the airport. It was like, I smoke cigarettes. And my mom was like, put that shit out. She like fucking almost snatched it in my face off. So whatever, we get to Boulder, and I go out and I'm like, I don't know any of these people. I don't snowboard. I've never been in the cold weather before.
Yeah, you're not a Boulder guy.
I'm not a Boulder. I'm way too like anxious and want my life to get started to be here.
Right.
And everyone's just the most mellow party animal you've ever seen in your life.
It's a bunch of slackers.
This dude I get to my dorm and that guy just hands me a bottle of Southern Comfort.
Wow.
And is like, here you go, man. So I get real drunk and I meet this girl. And she looks like real good to me from what I'm, because college you can really reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
I was kind of like, I was in a band, like I kind of looked a little cool. I was like handsomer at this time.
You weren't heavy at that point?
I wasn't heavy at that point, so I was like, I was feeling like real good. So I meet this girl. And it's on, and we like have sex, right?
Just like that.
Like, yeah, it just
But
goes
you were
down.
drunk.
I was drunk, so I don't remember it. And I mean, I remember it, but I remember it actually.
You put it in and you come in like 2 seconds?
Probably. I imagine it wasn't a long affair.
Yeah, right. I know the feeling. I still do
that. So I wake up and I'm like, oh man, there's like this hot kind of girl next to me. Right. And I later learned that this was not a sign that you should be with someone if they have she had a Playboy insignia, like, not tanned, like, you know what I mean? Like, so everywhere her body was tanned except for the Playboy insignia on her.
That's an odd girl, right?
Well, it's just not odd, but it's not like, hey, this wasn't her first time doing this.
Right. And what's she doing with the Playboy insignia anyway?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she's trying to be a playmate. Yeah.
Right.
So we wake up. My roommate's freaked the fuck out. He's an ROTC guy.
He probably thinks you're a stud.
He thinks I'm like awesome, but also like he just wants to do homework and be in the ROTC.
Did you think college was going to be like this every day now? Were you under that impression since you had never been to college before? You were probably like, wow, you go to school and you get laid every night.
Honestly, that's kind of what Boulder is like. Like, honestly, the guys I know I got the fuck out of there because I'm like, I need to get a job and like start being a man or I'm going to be a drug addict. addict and a crazy person. And a lot of dudes I know who stayed there
are drug addicts.
They chill out in Boulder and they trip balls like every day.
Wow.
And so my parents show up.
Yeah.
It's like 8 a.m. the next day, and there's a knock on the door. My parents show up to take me to breakfast.
And they see the girl?
And there's this fucking girl, the Playboy bunny thing, like naked in my bed.
Your old man must have been, wow.
Well, no, they didn't see. I was like, I was like, Mom, go get a cup of coffee or something. I'm like, hey, you got to get out of here. Like, this isn't cool. My parents aren't into me bedding weirdos.
You knew you were such a stud, my friend.
I did okay.
You know, you get the image in the movies and on these TV shows and things that you're like this, the nerd or the nebbish, you know. And
I've always been good at talking to people. I think you probably, I mean, not that you are a nerd in any way. I don't view you in that way. That's not what I was saying. But
I'm a nebbish.
But the gift of gab, being funny, like that's a very powerful thing.
It somehow wasn't powerful enough to get me laid, but yes, it is powerful. You're
but
right.
also, I wasn't a bad-looking guy, and then I got heavier, and then I got cast in all these movies.
Why did you get so heavy? What happened there?
I think that's an honest question. I mean, I think that's not something I'm afraid to talk to or whatever about.
Were you depressed?
I think it was just like anxiety,
right?
And like I really am focused and motivated guy. And
what were you eating? Were you eating McDonald's? And
honestly,
that kind of
I never learned about nutrition. Really,
right? Me
this
too.
was the first time I learned about nutrition. Did you really?
Yeah, and I thought nutrition meant instead of eating like 5 pieces of fried chicken, you should only eat 2. Like I didn't understand the concept of nutrition.
So when I eventually went to this nutritionist guy, his really insightful point of why I think he goes, what did you write down your 5 favorite foods that you go on the island or whatever, and it was like the menu of a 6-year-old's birthday party. It was the most pathetic fucking thing. It was like fucking chicken fingers and mac and cheese, and he's like, look at this, because this is what a 6-year-old eats. You're an adult
Is that what
man.
you would eat? Would you eat like chicken fingers?
It would fucking be the dumbest. I lived like think about this. I became successful at 21 or 22 years old.
The first thing you were in was a Judd Apatow project,
well, I've been in other movies, but like Dustin had got me in I Heart Huckabees, and I, you know, but the big breakthrough was Superbad, right? That's like, that for me was like
with Seth Rogen,
where Seth wrote it, with Evan Goldberg, and we were all like really close friends, and it was a really joyous experience. But I became successful 21, 22 years old.
Right.
My friends were in college. I lived like a frat guy. I didn't have a nice place or anything. Seth and I lived in the same apartment. We fucking had a bong was our like lamp. He moved out and I moved into the apartment.
So you were in Boulder. You transferred to a good college, and then
New school here in New York.
New school in New York, and then how soon do you start getting acting jobs while you're in college?
No, well, what happened was I got, so then Dustin, it was like, I go home, he gives me this compliment.
Right.
And then he calls me one day and he's like, I'm interning for my friend's older brother.
Right.
I was making boxes for him. He worked at like a music company. It was like me and like 10 dudes in a basement making boxes. And
you get this call from Dustin Hoffman.
So high every day at work.
Oh, dear.
All you had to do was just fold boxes. It was like the dumbest job ever.
What would you do, weed?
Yeah, I don't do like real drugs.
You're not into coke?
No,
you never tried it?
No, I never. Hey man, I've tried shit.
That's right.
I don't know.
Acid? You ever just take a trip?
No, I never have. It's not honestly like the only drugs I've ever done that I enjoyed were weed and mushrooms, like once every 2 years.
You never did ludes, you never did hash oil, you never did...
I don't think ludes was my, like, generation out of it.
They don't even make that anymore,
like,
right?
everyone who speaks of them, when you talk to someone of that generation, they say, like, ludes that's what I liked.
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds cool to me, but I don't even know if that exists anymore. Like, I've never heard of that,
well, never mind.
They were so good they stopped making them.
That's right. They used to make them and they stopped. They disappeared.
They're like, this shit's too good.
And they were 25 cents a piece.
Everyone's gonna be just on this shit all the time.
They were 25 cents a piece. Even in college, I could afford those. I was taking way too many. But
drugs were never like my big deal.
Yeah, I'm a big anti-drug guy because I did acid and all that, and it was a bad experience.
It's not for me. Honestly, food was more my like
your drug,
my like thing I had a problem with. So Dustin calls me one day and he's like, "Hey, I want you to come to this house in Brentwood right now,
and
meet me and some people." So I never thought he was gonna like you know, actually reach out in a meaningful way. I thought he would just pay me a nice compliment, maybe some motivation.
Right.
But he went the extra mile and was like, come meet me at this house. So I go to my boss, and I'm like, yo, I gotta leave right now.
Right. Dustin Hoffman needs me.
And he's like, where are you going? And it's like, you know, it's like the middle of the day. I'm like, I just gotta go. I don't really know if I could tell you without sounding ridiculous or anything. Like, I didn't tell him I wanted to be an actor or anything like that. And so he's like, well, what are you doing? I'm like,
I would have been like, hey, listen, son, these boxes need to be made. Fuck Dustin Hoffman.
He actually had a good joke, because I was like, I got to go meet Dustin Hoffman at this house right now.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, I'm meeting Christopher Walken at Starbucks. and I was like, all right, man, well, I'm fucking getting out of here, man. I'm leaving. So I left, and I go in this house. I literally, no one answers the door. I open the door, and it's Dustin, David O. Russell.
Wow.
Jude Law, Naomi Watts.
Oh, my goodness.
Mark Wahlberg.
Wow.
Lily Tomlin, Jason Schwartzman.
All standing in the
all
house.
Sitting around, like, reading the script for this movie they're about to do.
Right.
And they're listening to my prank call CD.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. When I get in there, I'm 18, 19 years old. I'm like...
flipping out.
I'm not even flipping out. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, how did I get here?
Yeah, what am I
like,
supposed to do here?
Like, I literally was folding a box.
Yeah.
For an hour
2 minutes ago.
Literally was folding a box. Why am I in this room with these folks? And then David O. Russell was like, Dustin, this is the guy you're telling me about. And he was like, yeah. And we went in the room and talked. He's like, I want you to come and audition for this movie tomorrow.
Wow.
I stayed up all night. You know,
practiced your lines.
I practiced. You know, I studied acting, so I like knew I had auditioned for plays and stuff. And,
right.
I go in and I audition, and it was awful. And
was it?
Yeah, it was awful. I didn't have an agent. I didn't have anything like that. And I was nervous.
Right.
And they called me, and they're like, you got, like, this part. It's a couple lines. It's nothing much, but it's your foot in the door. And
wow. I mean, did you blow Dustin for that? I mean, you must have been, like, out of your mind.
I genuinely thank him very profusely. Like, I don't, because,
what a great guy to give you that kind of break, that he was that generous. He's a wonderful man.
And to me, it's just separately, as I learn more about cinema or not cinema, I sound like a douche, but like I learned more about like classic movies and stuff.
Right.
I really understood, because at that time I was young. I don't think I'd seen Dustin. Was probably like Hook.
Right.
I had seen The Graduate or like Midnight Cowboy.
You didn't know anything about this.
Yeah,
guy.
I didn't see Marathon Man. So you know, Tootsie. So as I grew older, like Dustin and Bill Murray are like the two guys who are my heroes, because they do comedy and drama both so seamlessly.
You'd love to have a career like that, right?
That's what I'm trying to do, you know. So it is ironic that it ended up being Dustin, and he, for some reason,
he took a liking to you.
Yeah, man.
All based on phony phone calls. You know, my parents used to say phony phone calls were a bad thing. I think they're a good thing.
Look at this guy, got a whole career out.
You're not kidding. Phony phone calls. Case closed.
You know, Sal is back there creaming now. You know, Jonah made such a big step.
Can I meet Richard and Sal when I leave?
I heard that the only movies, you're a pretty normal guy, that when you go to these movie sets, you know, you're all business. You don't make a lot of demands. You're not a Hollywood guy.
Can I tell you about this, please?
Yes.
I know you're going to say.
Go ahead.
I make one demand in my contract.
Go ahead.
That I have an automobile on set with Sirius XM so I can listen to the Howard Stern Show.
That's something else.
In between takes. And I'll tell you even furthermore, I'm not coming here and kissing your ass. I'm not, like, here to...
No, say something nice. I need it.
No joke. It's in my contract that I have a car. My assistant's outside. She'll tell you we have traded in cars because they didn't have satellite radio.
I like this.
Because let me tell you, in between takes, not even in between setups or scenes or anything, in between takes, because to me it is the most calming thing. A movie set can be very chaotic. People also want to talk to you.
Yes.
A lot, like, and you're trying to kind of stay in what you're doing.
Right.
So I go in and I listen, and no one, if you're listening to it, you're focused on something.
Don't you need to sit between takes to focus on your lines, though?
I do.
Are you easy to memorize?
I memorize them the night before, and I work on everything. I prepare ahead of time, so by the time I get there...
How long does it take to learn a long monologue? That must be a bitch. I think that's the biggest negative. Acting wouldn't even be hardly work if you didn't have to memorize all that crap.
To me, it's the memorization part's I'm really good at that kind of stuff. It's about just making it feel real after doing it once.
Right.
Right. But the thing that I was talking about, it's like hanging out with a group of friends being funny, but you don't have to contribute to the conversation at all.
Right. Let them do the work.
Yeah, it's like when you're with your friends, like you got to chime in here, you got to be funny sometimes. Like I get to hang out with you guys and not have to contribute at all.
So what I'm learning is you're a big enough star to demand serious in the car.
It's my only thing. Come on, look at me, man. I'm not a diva or ass.
But when you demand this, they go, "Hey, what the fuck is with you, kid?"
No, they go, "Thank God he's not asking for a fucking trailer the size of a building."
That's right.
Or
That's
like,
true.
how good he's not asking for more. For me, it's not about fancy stuff. It's about stuff that makes you work the hardest.
So after you do I Heart Huckabees,
yeah,
what happens? How do you get super bad and get in with all those guys? How does that all happen?
This is funny. So I go back to New School after doing Huckabees, thinking my shit don't stink, man.
Right.
I go in there like, I just got in a movie. I'm in my acting class. My acting teacher's giving me notes. I'm like, fuck you. Tell me notes.
I'll give you notes.
Yeah, I just worked with David O. Russell. Who the fuck are you? So, like, I think I had an inflated sense of really where I was at in my career.
Right.
Because I figure you're in a movie, you're a movie star.
That's right.
Right?
Sure.
So I go back to college, and I go there for a semester, and I'm like, fuck this noise, and I drop out. My poor parents are very... my dad's an accountant.
Right.
So
you drop out, and they're freaking out.
They're freaking out, yeah. They're legitimately freaking out. Everyone in my family has a crazy work ethic.
You dropped out because you figured, well, after I Heart Huckabee, so I'm going to... My career.
Here's the honest truth. It wasn't about a big head. Honestly, it was, I'm 18 years old. If I try this for 5 years, I'll be 23 and can still go back to college.
Right.
That was my rationale of doing it.
Well, it makes sense.
So do it while you're young, right? So I do it. My poor parents freak out, but they were cool. And I don't work for 2 years.
No break, nothing.
I'm applying for jobs at like Domino's. I'm in.
They're like, you idiot.
They're like, you blew it.
Right.
Because the movie comes out, I'm in it for 2 seconds. It's not like it's like some standout thing. So I have, but I'm making friends who are wanting to do the same thing that I'm doing.
Sure.
That's what you do.
Making connections.
You form a community. You form friendships. So I'm a young actor struggling. There's a few other guys that are struggling, but we all have the same taste.
Right.
So I'm in a movie theater, and I'm seeing the movie, and I'm sitting behind Seth. And
Seth Rogen.
And his buddy, Krumholtz, Dave Krumholtz, he's from Numbers. He's a good buddy of ours.
Yeah.
He's sitting there, and we have a mutual friend. So I'm like, hey, man, I'm Jonah. We have a mutual friend. And he's like, oh, cool. And he's like, hey, this is my friend Seth. Hey, Seth, what's up, man? How's it going? And we fucking become friends.
and so a partnership is formed.
And not a partnership because he has a writing partner, Evan, but I'd say there's a group of people like Paul Rudd, myself, Seth,
who all started hanging out.
Jason Segel, who all started hanging out, and Judd being the leader of all of this, obviously, the Peter Pan, if you will.
Sure.
Who believed that we can make different kinds of comedies than were being made if we ever had the power. And Judd was the only one who it looked like was ever going to have any power.
Because he could write.
Because he had some success. I mean, he wrote for Larry Sanders. He wrote, some of the Larry Sanders to me is the ultimate thing you could strive for comedically.
That's right.
Because it had a tone of honesty and drama with the comedy.
It was amazing.
It's a masterpiece.
Right.
Hank Kingsley is the greatest character in the world. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the kind of shit I liked. I liked stuff that was a little more rooted in reality and not like a dude running into a glass window.
So a random meeting in a movie theater leads to this incredible career
And then a
field.
week later, they call me and say, do you want to audition for One Line in the 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Right.
As the eBay store guy. And the line was written as, can I buy a skateboard?
Yeah.
And I go, sure, man. I know Seth now a little bit. You know, I call Seth and say, hey, I'm going to come in and do read or whatever. We're all trying to make it. Like, no one's made it yet.
So you guys were unusual, too, because...
Judd hadn't made it.
Yeah, but you guys were unusual because you guys are very natural on screen. One thing I'll say about you and Seth and Judd's kind of comedy, it's all very kind of natural. It doesn't feel forced.
But that's why people assume we're our characters. That's kind of where that thing comes into play.
Yeah, you pull it off.
Well, I appreciate that.
So things start to break for you. Now, are you becoming do you start getting laid like a high caliber type of woman when what, Superbad comes out?
That is the turning point.
It's the turning point. You start to meet like really, I mean, a whole different level of girls, right?
It's not even a level. It's just like. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't want to lump us together, but my point of view is a guy like me at that point has to work really fucking hard at being funny and like really putting in time. We're talking dates before any sort of physical thing comes into play.
Right. You got to really prove yourself.
You really have to prove that you're like worthy of they're willing to overlook the obvious shit to be with you, right?
But then when Superbad comes out,
Superbad was I feel a lot right now with Moneyball coming out how I felt when Superbad was coming out.
That'll take you to another level because Brad Pitt is in it.
Because it's a big drama and it's starring Brad Pitt and me and Philip Seymour Hoffman and people actually like it and aren't like laughing me off the screen. You know, it's a totally.
Did you feel that with Superbad? Did you know ahead of time that it was going to be big?
When we were making it, the extras on set thought we were making a straight-to-DVD movie.
Oh, they did.
Because it was not a very cheap movie.
Right.
Judd was not Judd. It was so funny when Judd became Judd.
All right.
We like watched Judd become Judd.
He wasn't the director-writer that he was.
40-Year-Old Virgin was like this movie that no one thought I think they got shut down their first week and then brought back to life. Like
40-Year-Old Virgin didn't appear to be some big, giant, super success.
Yeah, Steve Carell. I remember I knew who Steve Carell was because I'm a fucking dweeb, but it's not like people knew who Steve was and like on a major scale. They knew he was funny.
So Judd becomes Judd. Judd gets Superbad. Judd puts you in Superbad.
Yeah.
And tell me about the pussy. I mean,
let's get to the good stuff.
Yeah, let's get to the good stuff.
Okay, my apologies. So Superbad, we're making it. Michael Cera and I spend it. We're best friends. Seth, we're all, and it was all of our college experience.
Right.
That's kind of a fun thing we never talked about was making of Superbad. None of us went to college really or finished. I didn't.
Right.
So this was our college. We would have these crazy fucking parties while we were making it.
Really?
Yeah, we had played this game called Edward 40 Hands. You ever heard of this game?
No.
Evan, you know Evan Goldberg, Seth's writing partner? You ever heard?
I don't know him, but Seth told me about him. Yeah.
He's a great guy. One of the fucking. You know when people say people like the husband because they really like the wife?
Right.
That's like Evan to Seth. I always joke around. You like Seth because Evan's the best guy.
So what is the game? What is the
amazing.
game you guys play?
Edward 40 Hands, where you tape 40 ounces of malt liquor to your hands, duct tape them, and you can't take them off until they're both empty.
Oh.
So lots of dudes piss their pants during this game. It's really an advantage if you have a girlfriend who's willing to take your penis out.